Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to day 4, our final day of the 2026 USA Powerlifting Collegiate National Championship. We've had 3 days of exciting lifting, and we are down to the final day, the final 2 sessions. We are kicking it off with our heavyweight lifters. We got the women's equipped 90 collegiate, our women's equipped 100, our women's equipped 100 plus, and women's raw 100 plus, women's raw 100, and our men's raw 110 kilo weight classes competing this morning session.
Starting us off with Micaiah on platform 2, 220 opener.
Ingrid over on platform 4, 127.5 kilos.
I think stronger opener from Micaiah. Let's see if he, yep, judges agree. John on platform 1, nice deep squat. Looks really happy, but that first squat is always the toughest one. It's really good to see these people getting out there, all those nerves and
yeah, I think that first squat really, once you actually come out to Collegiate Nationals, and I think when you think about your experience at a local meet versus what you have here, I mean, it is insane what we have. 4 platforms running simultaneously, whole lot of noise, whole lot of teams. I mean, even the referees have to wear headsets with a speaker in order for the athletes to be able to hear the command. That's how loud it gets in here. So once we see some of these big teams coming out and showing out, you're going to get to hear through the live stream how loud it can get in here.
Definitely. Oh, we have in rack on platform 3 for an equipped lifter. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, absolutely. So oftentimes when equipped lifters elect to move the uprights in, that is so that the plates don't actually hit the uprights when they walk out. A lot of equipped lifters tend to move the uprights in, but we do have our equipped lifters over on platform 3, Chloe, 160 kilos. Let's see what the referees call on that depth. It kind of looked a little bit on the line.
That did look a little bit high. Let's see. Good lift.
Stand corrected. 3 white lights.
We have Sean on platform 1, getting ready for his opener at 215 kilos, which is around 474 pounds. Nice, good depth for Sean. See if the judges agree with me. They do.
So just to give you all a quick platform breakdown, we have our men's 110 kilo weight classes competing in platforms 1 and 2, and all of our women, which are both equipped and raw, competing split amongst platforms 3 and 4.
I don't know if you ever did equipped lifting, but do you want to explain those knee wraps? They look like really, really tight on them.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's 2 different main divisions when it comes to powerlifting here, competing at Collegiate Nationals. We have the raw side, which is lifters lifting in a singlet, which is a non-supportive suit, a belt, knee sleeves, and wrist straps. That is the maximum allowable equipment allowed for these lifters on the raw side. However, over here on platform 3, we see Cheyenne Young walking out to 175. She's wearing a squat suit and some knee wraps. So the squat suit is like a singlet, right? But it's a supportive suit. It is very restrictive, and it causes the body to want to stand up in a very upright position. So think about it like a rubber band, right? You're coming down in that squat, and it's like that rubber band is stretching out, and then you're going to see Cheyenne really pop out of that hole, and those knee wraps are really forcing those legs to be fully extended. So again, it adds that additional layer of support, and oftentimes allows lifters to lift significant amounts of weight.
Definitely. Thank you for explaining that. I lift raw, but whenever I see them waddle off after getting done with a squat, they immediately take out their knee wraps. They are just really, really tight. We have Maximilian on platform 2, getting ready for his 250 opener. So that is about 551 pounds. Getting ready to go from UTSA. Now, opener should be a little bit less than what you know you can squat. Your second attempt will usually be your max, and then your third attempt is typically something a little bit above your max or beyond.
Kind of a rule of thumb is that opener should be something you can relatively triple, right? That's kind of been something that a lot of coaches and kind of over the years has developed as that rule of thumb for what an opener should be. again, it's something that you should be able to hit on any given day, regardless of the circumstances. And we really have to take that into consideration here with all these athletes traveling to get to collegiate nationals, right? You are traveling, you're throwing a lot of different variables, the weight cut, all those sort of things that might impair this athlete in executing here on the platform.
Definitely. Sometimes that weight cut is definitely a lot. Some athletes will do a quick water cut, trying to get as much water weight as they can out of the body so they can make weight for their weight class. And so that can take a lot of energy out of you. Ethan Liu on platform 1, getting ready for his 225 opener in the men's 110 raw. 225 is about 496 pounds. Nice and easy, very strong. Popping right out of that hole. No lift though. Blue card. Christopher on platform 2.
Fortunately, no lift on platform 4. Laura Mino got 2 red lights on depth from that center referee and left-hand judge.
Jonathan from the United States Military Academy.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you hear how loud it's getting, that's because we got a Midland University lifter lifting on platform 4. They know how to show out for their athletes. Taylor Smith, 200 kilos for her opening attempt squat.
It is really easy.
Got a red light on the side for depth, but that was still a good lift, 2-1.
We have Miriam on platform 3. Jonathan on platform 2. Good lift.
And as we discussed the format of collegiate nationals, not only is it divided up by weight class and division, men's raw, men's equipped, women's raw, women's equipped, but we also have a team competition taking place. So these schools have nominated their best performing athletes from their schools, from their rosters, to represent their university here at collegiate nationals. And we are seeing the best of the best here on stage. So as we have wrapped up day 3, we have the men's, all the updated standings for each division. So currently in the men's raw side, we have McKendree University currently leading in that division. In the men's equipped, we got Midland University. In the women's raw, we got Midland University, as well as in the women's equipped. So Midland University swept last year. However, a lot of their divisions are up in contention. So it's really going to come down to how these divisions play out. I mean, these are the last opportunities for these schools to put up the most amount of points possible.
Definitely. We're going to see some fights with that, like the fighting for numbers, attempt changes, and to get squeeze as many kilos as they can.
It's going to be very exciting.
Especially in deadlift, when it dwindles down to the last few lifters. It's really exciting to watch. Now, I'd recommend looking up on LiftingCast, too, to see that attempt change if you're really interested in that.
And again, that'll be at liftingcast.com/meets. Go ahead and scroll and click to 2026 USA Powerlifting Collegiate Nationals, Day 4, and you'll be able to see the live scoring and all the numbers here on the board that we see on our screens as well.
Dylan on platform 1. Nice, easy opener at 240. Now, second attempts, especially for a squat, will usually consist about 10 kilos or more. Depends on how easy it is. And here we go on platform 3 with that Midland team. Your JC.
So lifted out of platform 4, took a bit of a gamble there, missed that opening attempt, but still opted to go up an additional 5 kilos, and he got it on that second attempt. And you'll see how those strategies sort of play into these lifters' favor with going up despite missing an opener. I mean, sometimes you can't afford to lose those kilos on your total. You have to go up, and that's kind of what we'll see from some of these more competitive teams.
Definitely.
Oh!
See, those knee wraps are really tight. Makes it really easy to trip.
Again, that's not stopping Janessa here from taking 195 opening attempt squat.
We have Mikhail on platform 2, getting ready for his 260 opener at 573 pounds. popping right out of that hole. Now that's a high bar squat. Now high bar and low bar is very variable, especially with this equipped and raw. Can you want to explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so high bar is going to have, as the name suggests, a very high position in the back, upper back. So it's going to force the lifter to be in a more upright position and utilize more of the quads, whereas a low bar would force that lifter to lean over a little bit more in that torso and utilize a bit more of their lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. So a low bar tends to be a stronger position for most power lifters. However, again, as we're going to see different techniques for different lifters, lifter preference is always going to be key for deciding what the optimal technique is for every single person.
Definitely. Now, here on platform 3, we have Kennedy Butcher, high bar. Now, she actually got second last year for Midland University. She's from Texas originally. Good lift. Robert McLean on platform 2. Texas Tech University with a 270 opener at 595 pounds.
And that was a no lift on platform 4 for our Midland University lifter. Carly Reese, 200 kilos up next.
A strong lift. It's a lot harder for people who are tall to squat than people who are short. They have all that distance to go.
Yeah.
You can definitely see it. 217 and a half on platform 1. Ryan Grande.
Very well executed squat on platform 3 for a lifter out of Northeastern University. Carly Reese able to pick up an additional 15 kilos. It's a pretty big jump there from first to second, but that looked to be easy work for our McKendree lifter.
Blaze Harris on platform 2. Getting ready to go from the University of Oklahoma. 270 opener at 595 pounds. Good low bar squat.
And that'll be our last of the opening attempts over on platform 2.
Good lift.
Let's see what the judges say in platform 4. Good lift there, so she's on the board.
Micah Scott on platform 2, 240 second attempt. A 20-kilo jump from his first attempt.
And when you start thinking about the jumps and the progressions we've seen from day 1 compared to the progressions we see on day 4, right? We can see how a 10 to 15, even a 20-kilo jump is sort of standard for lifters in these divisions, in these weight classes. Comparatively, our lifters in day 1, the smaller weight classes, they're taking 5, maybe even 10-kilo jumps at most because it's all relative, right? You're in a smaller weight class, so 2.5 kilos is going to feel a lot different than 2.5 kilos for somebody who weighs significantly heavier.
Definitely. You see that time and time again, especially day 4. People get really excited. You get to see those big numbers start popping up. Even yesterday with the men's 100 raw, we were hitting 700 pound deadlifts and 600 pound squats. Now on platform 1, we have Don Manani on 20-kilo jump as well. Get ready to go from RAT. There we go. That was a good lift, 2-1.
Very easy attempt, not a question for Taylor Smith. Referee say 3 white lights.
Theodore on platform 2, 260, second attempt from a 10-kilo jump from his first. Very typical, very good to see. Now this should be somewhere around his max for rule of thumb. But at collegiate nationals, anything is possible, and you can do anything here.
Absolutely.
This question, no, not today. That's all right. He has one more attempt to do it.
And kind of talking about anything is possible. So specific to platforms 1 and 2, we have just one weight class competing across 2 platforms and 4 different flights. So in order to divide up the platforms and deciding which lifter lifts where, every lifter, and in fact, every lifter at Collegiate Nationals needed to qualify to get to the stage. So, based off of the qualifying total, you were seated in a higher, in a flight with lifters who have a similar qualifying total to you. So lifters in platforms 1 and 2 are lifters in flight Bs for those platforms are going to be the lifters higher seated, people that came in with higher qualifying totals that are going to be put in that more primetime-esque platform, and our champions are likely going to be coming out of the flights B for those respective platforms. So our lifters in flight A are going to be put in a little bit of a disadvantage since they're going to be the ones having to lift first before the rest of their opposition.
Definitely. And they still have a chance to get top seeded as well. They just have to really push for it.
And again, really, that's where the unpredictedness can happen because, again, you never know how much progress these lifters have made from when they qualify for this championship.
Definitely. They could be still qualified from last year, but we have no idea. They could have put on massive amount of kilos on their totals. Good job, Anthony, on platform 1. I think that was a good lift. Let's see if the judges agree. Good lift, 3 white lights.
Cheyenne Young, 10-kilo jump, 185 kilos, crossing into the 400-pound mark. For those of you watching at home, 185 is about very similar to the equivalent of about 4 commercial gym plates.
Christopher McGravy on platform 2, 265, second attempt, 15-kilo jump from his last. Now, 265 kilos is around 584 pounds for those watching at home. Now, for these lifters, the setup is really important. It's like almost like a ritual almost. If they don't do their exact ritual, then something goes wrong.
Again, every coach and handler preaches that you want the setup and everything that you execute here at Collegiate Nationals to be just like how you would what you do in training, right? You don't want to throw in any new variables. You want to treat it like another day in the office, so to speak. Nice fight there on platform 3. Unfortunately, I think she loses a little bit of balance, unable to get that lift before that rack command. So a very important lift on platform 4. Grace needs this lift in order to stay in the competition. Let's talk about what's at stake here, right? What happens if she misses this lift?
If she misses this lift, she's no longer eligible for being in scoring range for her team or for the roster. But she can still finish her attempts for bench and deadlift if she does fail this squat. However, if she wants to score for her team, then she needs this last squat.
Let's get behind Grace.
Let's see it, Grace. Let's push.
And that looked good. Let's see what the referees say.
That did look good.
There it is,
lift.
3 white
She's
lights.
in the game. Zachary on platform 2. Nice, strong second attempt at 270 kilos. 3 white lights. Destiny on platform 3. 190 kilos.
Both lifters, platforms 1 and 3, missing their opening attempts, but still opting to go up in weight. Let's see how that plays out for those lifters.
Now they would typically go up in weight for the first. Ooh, that was a little bit high on platform 3.
Let's see if the refs call it on 3. I think it might be a little high.
Yeah, that's a little high.
That's a depth call on 4 as well. No lift.
You want to explain why some lifters might opt to go up on weight after they fail their first attempt?
Yeah, oftentimes a missed attempt might not even be a strength issue. It might just be a execution, whether it be a command or depth. Sometimes it really comes down to whether the lifter can convince the coach saying, hey, in the back, I have this, I know I can do it, let's go up and continue preserving the total, let's continue with the game plan, and almost acting like that missed attempt didn't even happen. But again, with high risk comes a high reward, right? You can either maintain that same game plan and continue adding on kilos, or in the case of a miss, you are really put in a situation where you're having to now hit your third attempt just to stay in the meet.
Definitely. It's always a gamble, especially if you go up and weight after your first attempt.
So again, for lifters that here on platform 3, like Midland, who missed their opening attempt, they can't risk bombing out with a competition this deep, right? They need every single scoring point they can possibly salvage out of these lifters. So retaking the weight is likely going to be the better option, especially on the equipped side.
Definitely. Just make sure that you can actually get a point down for scoring.
Good fight on platform 4. That is a 2-to-1 good lift.
Whoa, good lift. Let's see what the judges say. Good lift. She makes it in. Jackson Irwin, he failed his first attempt at 260. Now he's at 272.5, which is around 600 pounds even.
Now let's talk about the pacing about all these 4 platforms. We see that platforms 1, 2, and 3 are still finishing out their second attempts. However, platform 4 is almost finishing out their thirds. So when it comes to pacing and the time between attempts, how does a longer flight versus a shorter flight like we see here on platform 4 affect you as a lifter when you have a shorter turnaround than some of the other platforms?
Definitely. So when you're on a shorter flight, you got to make sure that you're getting your workout in. As in, you're warming up, you're staying warm, because you don't know how long you have until you have to go up next. Especially if there's attempt changes, they can move you around a lot. But for a longer flight, you can just sit around, relax a little bit. Your coach will tell you when you're about 3 up or almost in the hole.
And again, our platform 4 lifters are having such quick turnarounds between attempts. Wow, what a grind. Taylor Smith on platform 4.
No lift, though.
Got called on death from our side referees.
Shoot. That's all right. She still has a score, so she can still go for the game. Braden on platform 2. Nice strong second attempt. His first attempt was 237.5. Now that was 272.5, and it looked easy, like his first. I'd love to see it. We have a Midland on platform 3. JC Garnes. This will be our second attempt at 200 kilos. It's a nice push. Now, she got 5th place last year, and she ended up at 202.5. So let's see what she does this year.
Got 5th place last year, and right now she's currently forecasted in that 3rd place position. So she, as of now, is in your bronze medal position, but she is getting some nice pressure from her other teammate, Janessa, who's currently just 10 kilos below her in the forecasted placings.
And here we have Kennedy Butcher on platform 3 as well. She got 2nd last year, and she ended up at 217.5. But now she is starting at her second attempt at 205. It's going to be really interesting to see. I look a little bit high, but let's see. I stand corrected.
Three white lights. So she's on the board, and she's really knocking on the toes of Joy Lee, who's currently forecasted in that 1st place position. So she is gunning for that podium or that 1st place position.
Especially with the squat specialists, they're especially very aggressive with their attempts.
Talking about Joy Lee here, she's currently nominated in that 1st place position. However, she needs every kilo she possibly can get in order to extend her lead. And it starts here at 225 in 2nd attempt.
It's going to be really fun to see.
We have wrapped up squats over on platform 4. For our first flight, we are moving on to our second flight opening attempt. Addie Davis, 132.5 kilos.
We have Blaze Harris on platform 2 with a 292nd attempt. His first attempt was 270. That's a good 20 kilo jump. And this was for men's 110 raw. Brian Grande on platform 1 pushing for his 3rd. Oh, it's a little bit too much for him today. That's all right. Good attempt for Blaze on platform 2.
Aline Flores, 230 kilos, platform 3.
Good On platform 1 and 2, we have both men's raw 110 from Friends University, Chase Phelps and Micah Scott. 230 for Chase and 250 for Micah.
Look at the teams over on platforms 1, 2, and 4. We got Friends University being represented across multiple divisions and weight classes. So that's really awesome to see at Collegiate Nationals. I mean, you got teammates competing at the same time. They're friends, their teammates supporting them from the crowds. I mean, that's an awesome sight.
Definitely. From the audience point of view, here with us today in Louisiana, all those people are just on the front line, cheering, screaming, holding signs.
I mean, you have teams standing out here literally hours on end, supporting lifter after lifter. You got so many of these rosters that have nominated several athletes in each weight class. So they are just supporting back-to-back-to-back lifters.
There are many of my teammates that are gone hoarse the past few days. Okay, Peter on platform 1, getting ready to go with his last and final attempt, 237.5. 7.5 kilo jump.
Meanwhile, a big attempt here on platform 2. Robert needs this lift in order to stay in the meet. Has missed it on depth from both side referees on the opener and the second attempt. However, he has gone up an additional 10 kilos after the missed second. See.
Let's go. Oh, shoot. That's all right.
And again, you just wonder whether that attempt selection was something that might have just been a little bit questionable there. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, going up after missing that second attempt, that's not really something you do. That's not very common to see. So again, it looked like he was able to get out of the hole, but got stuck in that midpoint. That bar started to cut back down, and our spotters did a great job in being able to catch that lifter.
Yes, thank you to spotters and loaders. They're moving really quick. They looked in their race car like pit.
100%. But we got the pit spotting and loading crew over on platform 4. And again, it doesn't help the lifters there that they have a smaller flight and one of the faster spotting and loading teams.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, some of these platforms move quicker than others. That's dependent on the lifter themselves or seeing if they're taking up all the time on their clock. Lifters have 1 minute to complete their lifts. Good job, Sean, on platform 1. And we have Anthony from University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee on platform 1 with a 2:42.5 final attempt. It's a 12.5 kilo jump on his second attempt.
That is 3 well lights, platform 4.
Good to see.
Cheyenne Young retaking 185 kilos, 407 pounds on platform 3. Samantha Davis opening us up with 160 kilos. We got a 600-pound squat on platform 2.
Very nice to see you. The United States Military Academy. Just push. No lift. It's all right. You guys, first 2, he's still in the game. Joy on platform 3. Get ready to go with his 190 final attempt squat. Walking for the in rack. Mark on platform 1 for Penn State. 247.5 final attempt. No lift. Sorry, good push though.
Got a fast squat. Platform 4, let's see what the referees say about depth.
Enjoy. Platform 3.
It's no lift on 4 for depth.
A lot of things can go wrong, especially in these third attempts for a squat. That's a lot of weight on your back, and if you don't have a focal point in front of you, or you miss commands, or you're overhyped, it can definitely impact your lift experience. Matthew from the University of Oregon on platform 2. 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
I fear it's a very common sight what we're seeing here on platforms 1 and 3. A lot of lifters needing to make their third attempt squats to stay in the meet.
Good push from Seth on platform 1.
Both lifters lock it out. Let's see what the referees say. Platform 1, good lift. Platform 3,
no.
Unfortunately, a no lift. So we have another bomb out there on 3.
Never a good feeling. Matthew on platform 2. Let's see it. 275 kilos, around 606 pounds on his back right now.
Able to hit depth. Let's see what the refs call him. 2 to 1.
Good lift. Carmen on platform 3 from Louisiana Tech. 192 and a half. Now that's a pretty big jump from 177 and a half. Let's see a push. Good lift. 308 lights. Jackson Irwin on platform 3, 277 and a half, 611 pounds.
So big lift for Janessa here. She's from the outside looking in, looking to crack into the top 5. And it starts here with this lift, 195. With a little bit on the line, let's see what the refs say.
Good lift. Now for those doing calculations at home, if you want to do a quick calculation for kilo into pounds, you're going to take the kilo amount times that by 2.23, and that should be your pound amount. Even at platform 1, final attempt at 260.
Fast opening attempt, platform 4. That is 3 white lights.
Tia Badger on platform 4. They're getting ready to go. 185 starting attempt.
So be opening up with 400 is kind of insane.
Yeah. Tia is a squat specialist, as we can see. She's an all-around specialist. She competed at Raw Nationals and Collegiates last year. Last year, she placed 4th in Oklahoma.
Currently forecasted in that 3rd place position. And it's going to be a tight battle all the way to the very end.
Once you get into those 1, 2, and 3 spots, it's definitely a tight race to see who can get those kilos over each other. Good first attempt for Tia. It looked like depth. Good. Good lift. Armin McClain, he needs this 280 to stay in the race on platform 2. He opted to go up 10 kilos from his first. Tried it, second attempt, didn't get it. Now this is his 3rd. Looks like he got it. So let's see if the judges agree with me. Yes, they do. 2 to 1. We have Aaliyah Henry on platform 4. Get ready to go. Now, Aaliyah Henry got first last year, and she ended with her squat last year at 195, and now this is a 205 start for her, and it looks easy.
Easy attempt there.
Good job for Zachary Rubers on platform 2.
JC Barnes out of Midland University, platform 3, 205 kilos.
Even Annette Douglas, she got 2nd last year. She's from Florida originally. Last year she ended up at 202 and a half.
And again, based off of that opening attempt, she did miss that on either a strength or a missed groove. So you just kind of wonder whether or not that opening attempt might have been a little too heavy if that's exceeding what she ended up on her based on her last competition.
It'd be really, really interesting to see that, especially if they're trying to get kilos over one another. They definitely need whatever they can get in their starting attempt, especially if they want more time warming up. They're going to put that attempt a little bit more high. Miriam on platform 3, good job. Kennedy Butcher with her 217.5. Midland's yelling for her.
Macchio on platform 2, taking a 12.5 kilo increase after missing that second attempt.
Kennedy will match her final attempt at Oklahoma. Now here in Louisiana. Let's see if she can get it today. Built right on the line.
And her squats have kind of always been on that line. Referees say 2-1.
Good lift. Good match. And now we have Calvin Rangel on platform 1. Now he may opt to squat the bar due to an injury. Some lifters will do that. They'll show up for their team. They'll go and they'll just do their first attempt, scratch all the other attempts, and then maybe just do bench if it's a lower back injury or a leg injury, or vice versa, depending on what is needed for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you see on the forecast of placings here on LiftingCast, he is putting in a 177.5 kilo bench press attempt, so he is going to try to PR on that, and he does have a token deadlift inputted as well. Speaking about close calls, platform 3, Joy Lee has gotten red cards from the left-hand side and the center referee. Let's see how well she handles this 7.5 kilo increase. Re-racks that bar. After losing a little bit of balance, she still is within her 60 seconds, 10 seconds on the clock. Look deeper than all her first two. Let's see what the referees say.
Oh, yellow card.
So got a depth call from the front and the right-hand side referee and a yellow card infraction, which not quite sure what that infraction was for.
Blaze Harris on platform 2. Final attempt at 302.5. So around 667 pounds. There's no good lift.
And as we round out the squats for our women's equipped collegiate in the 90 kilo division, after that miss for Joy Lee, the forecasted placings for the first and second placings are just spread between 10 kilos now. So again, that miss from Joy kind of opened up the door for Kennedy Butcher to try to sneak into that first place position. Again, just needing to come up with an additional 10 kilos in order to overtake Joy.
Definitely, we're definitely in those finding ranges for squat. People just trying to put as many kilos as they can on the bar without failing. Wyatt on platform 1, 220 opener. And then Liam on platform 2 with a 250 opener. Now Liam is from San Diego State University. Easy opener. It looks like a warm-up from the back.
I know.
Now you can see a lot of these lifters, raw or equipped, waddle off immediately after finishing their final attempt. Now that is to get their knee sleeves or knee wraps off. Those things can get really tight really quickly.
And a fast opening attempt squat there for platform 3. A no lift, unfortunately, for depth. But again, with the squat moving that fast, you can figure that they can make that adjustment for this next attempt and getting just a little bit deeper.
Marta's on platform 2, asking for a change in rack height before he starts lifting. And you see that we have double spotters on each side and a back spotter. 250.
Very easy squat there for Martius.
Very good.
Who actually lifts out of my one of the gyms that I train at over in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
From your neck of the woods. We'd like to see it. Here's Zachary Morales on platform 1 with this 235 opener. On 235 kilos is around 518 pounds. Now the men's raw 110 kilos is around 245 pounds.
And Alexander, platform 4, McHenry University. Caddy Chafin's 190 kilo opener.
Now McKendry is first for men's raw. For the women's, let's see if she can get some more points for her team. Platform 1, we have Ron, 237.5. Around 523 pounds. Good lift. It is such a weight off your back, literally and figuratively, to get your first attempt and get it 3 white lights. We have Jonah from Iowa State University on platform 1 with his opening attempt at 245 kilos, which is around 540 pounds.
DeAndre Coleman, platform 2, 265 kilos. Jonah with a very fast opener on platform 1, 245.
DeAndre on platform 2 with UTSA, 265 kilos, 584 pounds. Nice easy opener. Looks very strong.
Depth looked good on platform 3. Do our referees agree? 2-1, good lift.
Now, sometimes for equip lifting, you actually have to push down to get depth. Like the weight on your shoulders is not enough. And that can be a struggle in and itself. Brian on platform 2 is starting us off with 265 kilos, 584 pounds. Around 20 pounds off of a 600 start. Platform 1, we have an in rack for Peyton. 247.5 kilos. On platform 3, we have Avery Davis with a 200 kilo start.
Sarah Lyons, 187.5, a 12.5 kilo jump. Lift out of Kent State University. Avery Davis, 200 kilo opener.
Jordan Deaver on platform 2, starting us off with 270 kilos, 595 pounds. Off from the St. Marcos. Good job. No lift.
And look who we got back up on platform 4, Tia Badger, 197.5 kilos, taking a 12.5 kilo jump.
Now 197 and a half is around 440 pounds, which we'll have on her back as a raw lifter right now. I know she's really excited. Both of her parents are here today from South Dakota.
Wow. About a long ways out.
Yeah, long ways out. Joseph rolling on platform 2 from Midland University. We're getting ready to go with 272 kilos. Let's see a good push to you.
Nice. Well, a little bit of work will look comfortable. Referees say
Good
2-1, good lift.
Good to see. Now the thing with Tia is during practice, every single attempt will look the same, no matter what the weight. If it's 135 kilos on the bar, if it's 70 kilos on the bar, it'll look nice and slow, calculated. She's a very interesting lifter in that case. Now we have Leo on platform 2, 275 kilos from Concordia University, Nebraska. Teammate of Tia Badger. This is his second nationals ever. He's very excited today. Talking to him this morning. 275 kilos is around 606 pounds.
Dunks that squat. I don't think that is a question there, Leonardo. 3 white lights.
Good lift.
Annette Douglas is going to be retaking 215 kilos, 474 pounds.
Now we have Seth on platform 1 with a 250 start for Midland. We have Eric on platform 2, sporting the Inzer singlet from Rutgers University. Get ready to start us off.
So quite the storyline that is unfolding here on platform 4 with a second miss in Annette Douglas. Missed it on strength. And if you recall, last year she placed second at Collegiate Nationals in Oklahoma City, and she is currently forecasted in that second place spot. So again, it opens up the door for lifters like Aaliyah, Taya, Annalise to be able to swing in and try to gun for that podium medal position. I mean, that's a big miss there, second time in a row from one of the lifters in that top seeded position.
I know, definitely. Sometimes lifters will try and make sure that the other lifters, in order to beat them, will go past their comfortable limits for an attempt.
Whether to send a message or trying to just stay ahead, but oftentimes that cannot work in your favor if the weight cut doesn't go well, travel doesn't go well, and you just have another variable there. I mean, that's the third time she's going to be coming up to retake that. And again, she's currently forecasted in that second place spot. Opens up the door for a lot of lifters to be able to sneak into that podium position.
Definitely. It'll be really, really interesting to see. Jonah on platform 2, 285 kilos from Virginia Commonwealth University. We have Lu Feng on platform 1, 255 kilos, starting attempt for squat. We have Taylor Gannat on platform 4. $147.5. I do believe this is a PR for Taylor on platform 4. Let's see her do it. Gets it. Pushing out of the hole. Keep pushing. No lift though. Blue cards. Young Chun Lee on platform 1. Fighting face off with 270 kilos from Davenport University.
And we're witnessing some amazing squatting on platform 3. 550 pounds like nothing there on platform 3. The referees say 3 white lights.
That is incredible to see. Very, very incredible to see. Now, Giselle Oliveira is on platform 3, got first last year. She's from Texas originally. Now she goes to Midland University. Her squat last year was 250 kilos. Now she's starting with that. And like I said, 250 was her squat in Oklahoma. And now she is starting with that in Louisiana. Chen on platform 2, 300 kilo start, 661 pounds. It's a nice deep, easy opener. He's very, very happy with that.
And we got final opening squats on both platforms 2 and platforms 3. Carson Oliver, 260 kilos on platform 3, 573 pounds.
Carson Oliver got second last year in Oklahoma. She started off with last year she got 265, and now she's starting with 260. That is crazy work. And it looks like an easy opener.
Wow, Chase's opening squat of 305 is 10 kilos above what he last finished in his previous best total. So, I mean, that looked like an opener there on platform 2. So expect him to have made significant amount of progress since the last time he's competed.
That is wonderful to see. We love to see progress.
Important lifting on platform 3. Gabby White, again, if you recall, the University of Louisiana at Lafayette brought an incredible roster for the equipped side. So again, it starts here with Gabby White being able to hit this 167.5 kilo squat. Referees say, unfortunately, a no lift on depth again for the second time in a row.
Shoot.
Katie Chafin's also from the University of Houston, Texas, Austin, getting a depth call on that opening squat, retaking that same weight. Platform 3.
It gets a little bit dicey when if you miss your second attempt, you only have one more attempt to make it. It gets a little bit nerve-wracking. There's definitely a lot of weight on her shoulders, literally and figuratively right now.
Right, yeah.
Rick Gilly on platform 2, 270 kilo second attempt. Now he elected to go up 10 kilos from his first attempt, which he failed at 260. So that leads us to think about maybe if that was just maybe a depth call, or maybe if it was a jump command.
And that was a good lift over on platform 3, so Katie's in the meet.
Now I think he is in the meet too on platform 2. Yes, he is. 2-1. Perfect. Zachary Morales from University of Texas at Austin on platform 1. 255. Second attempt. His first attempt went really well at 235 kilos.
And that was a good lift for our Bearcat on platform 4. 2-1, good lift. Hannah Martin, 190 kilos, platform 3. Oh. Thankful to our spotters and loaders in keeping our lifter on platform 3 safe.
Patrick Borman on platform 2. Looked like a pretty sticky second attempt, but let's see. 3 white lights. We love to see it. Liam on platform 2. 272.5. His first attempt was 250, and that looked really easy for him. He's from San Diego State University. Platform 1, Bryce Lesser needs the second attempt. And he gets it, he's in the meet. He's eligible for scoring range. Let's see it out of Liam. Platform 2, 272.5 kilos is around 600 pounds.
Evelyn Edinburgh on platform 4, 187.5 kilos.
Andre Coleman for U2SA Roadrunners. He elected to go up after missing his first attempt at 265 and now his second attempt at 275 kilos. Let's see how he does it.
If we look at the forecasted placements for a women's raw 100 kilo weight class, Sarah Lyons currently sits only 5 kilos outside of the 4th and 5th position. So this lift is going to be critical in her being able to stay in contention if she wants to fight for a medal in the top 5.
As we're seeing these second attempts pop up, it's definitely starting to get where people get a little bit antsy about wanting to put more and more kilos on, or they're getting hyped up in the back, listen to music. They're trying to fight for it too. No lift for Dondre on platform 2. That looked maybe like a strength issue. Let's see it on his third. Now Jordan Deaver needs the second attempt at 280. He elected to go up 10 kilos from his first attempt at 270 on platform 2.
Now we got Tia Badger going up to 202.5 kilos. Looking to go 3 for 3 in the squats and setting herself really nicely, if successful with this lift, to put herself and extend that lead in that 3rd place position.
Now last year, Tia Badger did a 190 kilo squat in Oklahoma. Now she is doing a 202.5. So 12.5 kilos. Let's see out of her.
Able to lock it out. Let's see what the referees say on her depth.
No lift. She's not happy about that. That's all right. She'll be back and better for deadlift. South Penn on platform 1 from Midland University, 262.5 kilos. Second attempt. We have 2 Midland lifters, 3 Midland lifters on platforms 1, 2, and 4. Seth Penn, Joseph Rowland, and Aaliyah Henry. I was talking to Tia beforehand, and Aaliyah Henry seems to be really in her opposition. Same thing with Aaliyah Henry. She's a little bit worried about Tia Badger.
Yeah, I mean, it's hers to lose. She has a significant lead right now, but again, who knows what's going to happen as we go through the competition.
Definitely. No lift.
No lift there, so she'll end up her day with a 210 kilo squat. Meanwhile, a very critical lift here for Annette Douglas. Needs 215 kilos. If you recall, she placed second at Collegiate Nationals in Oklahoma City, and now she is at risk of bombing out. Now she's currently forecasted in second place, assuming she hits this lift. But again, she needs to hit and execute in order to continue fighting for that podium spot. Really an all or nothing lift here for Annette Douglas, platform 4.
Definitely, getting ready to go.
Got a good lift over on platform 1. Leonardo from Concordia over on platform 2.
285 kilo, second attempt.
Annette Douglas.
See it, Annette. Let's keep pushing.
Again, I do think she cut depth pretty high.
That was pretty high. Let's see if we give it to her or not.
Oh, 2-to-1. Good lift.
Right in the nick of time. Good job, Leo, on platform 2. I think he hit depth.
And again, the battle is on now for Aaliyah Henry and Annette Douglas, split by only 12.5 kilos among the forecasted placings.
And that's going to get really into bench and deadlift.
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting. That's really going to come down to just one attempt or two.
Now, Aaliyah Henry does have a lot higher bench. Last year she hit 120 kilos, and Annette hit 82.5. So there's a big split there.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, as we've concluded the squatting over on platform 4, we are going to a full screen view here of platform 3. We're going to take a 10-minute intermission on platform 4. Meanwhile, our spotters and loaders set up for the bench press event.
We have Lifeng Lin on platform 1, 275 kilo, second attempt. Now, he missed his 255 opener. He's out of the University of California, Irvine. Let's see him get it set up here. Really wide stands on that.
Wow, all 3 platforms have missed their opening attempts. Looking for retakes, trying to get on the board.
Good lift on platform 1. He's in the game.
Nice executed squat on platform 3. Is it a good lift? Oh, 3 red lights and no lift there.
No good lift. Colton on platform 2. Let's see if he gets this. 292.5, second attempt. Good lift for him. He's in the game. Luan Chung Lee on platform 1. 280, second attempt. Alex going to go up 10 kilos, which is pretty typical, which is good to see. Nice steady pace. I think that he hit that. Yep, 308 lights. What is the highest jump you've ever seen on a squat?
The highest jump?
Yeah, from first attempt to second, or from second to third.
I've seen people jump entire reds, right? So like 50 kilos. So that's some pretty big jumps there. But again, we see here, I mean, 17.5 kilos for people like Eric Lee. If you're lifting that much weight, that's a pretty standard jump.
You don't usually see 50 kilos, and he gets it.
That's a very easy lift for him there. We see a 10 kilo jump for Tereni Pace, platform 3.
Elijah Jordan on platform 2, 302.5. Let's go push for Wyatt on platform 1. At 302.5 on platform 2 is around 667 pounds. That's what I like to see. Looks ready to go. Giselle Olivares on platform 3. She got first last year in Oklahoma Collegiate Nationals with a 250 squat. Now she opened with her 250 squat today. Now she's going up to 262.5 for a second attempt. We've given to Jonah on platform 2. He should be all right. He just needs to get his knee sleeves off, get a nice little rest.
So we're hoping that our lifter on platform 2 is fine. Hopefully our spotters are all doing okay after that bar drop.
Definitely can be really sketchy with that much weight on your back.
That's very scary.
Madison Oliver on platform 3, getting ready to go. She's from Midland University. Last year she ended the squat with 265. Now she started with 260. And then she's going up to 270. So look nice and easy. Let's see if she give it to her. No lift.
That'll be a no lift.
Blue card and yellow card. Would you like to explain the cards for those people at home?
Yeah, absolutely. So each color card, which is indicated below the X, has a different meaning, which indicates the type of infraction. So, for instance, in Gabby White, she got a red card on her previous 2 squat attempt, meaning that she is not squatting low enough. Her hip crease is not going below that top surface of the knee. And so that's what the red card is. So let's see what Gabby White can do here, and then we'll explain what the blue and yellow cards mean.
Now, she did elect to go up on her final attempt. That looked good. Let's see if the judges agree with us.
Yep,
good
2-1.
She's in the race. That's always good to see.
And now if we look over to what the blue cards mean, that could either mean two different things. Either the knees were not locked at the commencement or at the completion of the squat, or that bar had a downward motion. So once that bar begins to travel up and it's ascending, that bar cannot dip back down. So if you have any sort of double bouncing or that bar comes back down before you lock it out, that'll be a no lift. And then the yellow card will be more of the technical call, so missing your command, an outright miss, or taking a step in between the command or losing balance. That'll be all a yellow card lift in the squat.
Thank you for explaining that. I know that it definitely can get a little bit confusing for these people at home that don't really know. Chase on platform 2, getting ready to go with a 317.5 raw squat. He's from McKendree University. Now 317 is 700 pounds even.
Again, Chase at only 19 years old, forecasted in that second place position. 700 pounds.
Whoa, that looked really good for a second attempt. Let's see if they'll give it to him.
Referees say meanwhile, we wait for the referee lights. 197.5 on platform 3. Got just a technical issue over on platform 2 as we await the referee lights.
Zachary Morales on platform 1, hitting his final attempt at 270. He's been making pretty big jumps. 235 for his opening, 255 for his second attempt, and now he's at 270. A little bit of a technical issue on platform 2. They're still waiting for his attempt to come in. When you're running big meets like this, that is oftentimes the case. It's lots of moving parts. Gabriela Cabrera on platform 3. Good lift. Joseph Chen on platform 2. University of California, San Diego. Last year he got 5th. And last year he ended up squatting 287.5 kilos. And now he started with 300. Now he's going to 320. So that's a 20 kilo jump from his opening. Which we like to see. 2 middle lifters on platform 1s and 3. Both were going for their final attempt. Seth Penn on platform 1 doing 270, and on platform 3, Avery Davis with 212.5. Good push for Seth on platform 1. Good lift for Andrew Chen, Joseph Chen. And a good lift for Avery. Now Dondre needs this final attempt squat to stay in the race here on platform 2. He elected to go up. He started with 265 for his opening attempt. Now he moved to 275 for his second attempt. Now he's retrying 275. So it makes me think it's something along the lines of a strength issue, which is going to be kind of dicey, especially in these last attempts, to make sure he's in scoring range for UTSA Roadrunners.
Yeah, again, UTSA is one of those teams that need these points, so to have a lifter bomb out is definitely not a good sign as we close out the final day of competition. Lane Asante, 220 kilos, 484 pounds on platform 3.
Elena Asante got second last year. Now she squatted 220, and now she's ending with 220 here today in Louisiana. But no lift.
No lift. Again, here DeAndre, platform 2 gets it up. Let's see what the referees say. 2-1, good lift, and DeAndre is in the meet.
I know that's such a relief for UTSA and him himself. That's really, really stressful. Now Jordan is also in the same predicament on platform 2. 280 kilos final attempt. Now this can be a little bit precarious. Now he looks like he's getting ready to go.
And
snapping that belt on.
And we have officially started bench presses on platform 4.
Trinity pushing up on her final attempt for
Oh, wow, what a grind.
Big smile at the end. She's really happy about that. Oh, we love to see it. Jordan Beaver from California State, San Marcos. Looking for his final attempt squat, 280. Let's see if they'll give it to him. Come on,
Look
push.
deep enough.
Let's see it. Let's see those whites. Oh, no lift.
A technical failure, and unsure what it might have been.
He might have jumped the rack command. Happens a lot, especially when they're anxious to get that off their back.
Yeah, possibly.
We have Keystone on platform 1. Final attempt at 280. .280 kilos is around 617 pounds. Now we're really, in these weight classes, we're definitely really seeing these strong lifters starting to hit 600 pounds, maybe even a 700 pounds on deadlift. For bench press, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Anything. Irikai on platform 2. Good final attempt at 282.5. Good lift, 2-1.
Anaya Johnson, 500-pound squat here. Platform 3. Nice smile there for Anaya. And referees give her 3 white lights.
Now, for some of these calls that look a little bit close, you can overturn a lift in powerlifting. Do you want to explain that process?
Yeah, absolutely. So just for everyone's information, so I guess if I think it matters, right? I'm an international referee, category 2 referee here for USA Powerlifting. So working in the jury table, you oversee all the operations and technical rule application here on the platform, whether it be from the referees, spotters, or any other coaching officials. Just want to pause real quick. Marty over on platform 2, 285 kilos. Oh, gets a death call, no lift. But going back to our jury conversation, we have a panel of 3 international referees sitting on overseeing platforms 1 and 2, and then another table overseeing platforms 3 and 4 respectively. And their role is to oversee the entire operation, right? So the spotters, the own referees, and just everything going on as far as the technical rules. So if a coach has a protest, a lifter attempt that they want to review, they can go do so at the jury table, and they can deem it, they can rule and overturn if they deem that there was a misapplication of the rules or an egregious error made by the platform referees.
definitely. So sometimes people might fight on that issue if they do get a red light and they want to overturn to a red or to a white. And sometimes it can go the opposite way, a white turning into a red.
Very, very important lift for Jalen Mack out of Northeastern University. Look deep enough.
Leo's really happy on platform 2. You see it, Jalen?
There it is.
Perfect. 3 white lights. Chen Lee is very excited on platform 1 for his final attempt.
And again, Jalen Mack needed that lift. She is currently sitting in that 4th place spot and is within striking distance of possibly landing herself a podium finish.
We have Angelina on platform 3 getting ready for her 260 kilo squat. And she is from Midland University. Taylor Smith is also from the university that she's currently benching on platform 4. Now for these small flights on platform 4, that's why they're already on bench press, while all the other platforms 1, 2, and 3 are still squatting in their 3rd attempt squats.
Great catch by our spiders on platform 2.
Thank you, spotters. Yu Chun-Mi on platform 1. Final attempt at 290 kilos. That looked good to me. Let's see if he gets it. Yes, he does.
And over on 3, we got Angelina, 2-1, good lift.
Now platform 1 is now on bench press.
And so these ladies over on platform 3, specifically with the women's equipped collegiate 100 plus, they're spread by about a 15-20 kilo margin from each placing. So it's very interesting that you're going to have to be looking on both ends, right? You're trying to chase that next podium spot up, but then you also have to watch your back to make sure that you don't miss an attempt and open up the door for somebody to come in and take your placement. So it's very interesting how this attempt selection and strategy plays out.
It gets really, really sketchy really quickly. Trying to push each other out of the way for the kilos needed.
Fortunately, no lift for Giselle on platform 3. So she ends up going 1 for 3, only securing her opener of 250.
It happens sometimes.
Again, that gap now narrows between Giselle Olivares and Laney from Northeastern. Just a 20 kilo spread between the two.
Which can easily be made up, especially if they're really good at bench or really, really good at deadlift. Tierney on platform 3.
And wow, look what we got here. We got a 600-pound squat on platform 3. Wow.
272.5 kilos. He makes that.
Oh my goodness. Platform 3, Tereni Pace. 600 pounds, referees.
Yeah, it's incredible. 3 white lights. That was chilling.
Wow. I'm almost at a loss for words for how incredible that squat was. I mean, 600 pounds looked like nothing. But the crazy thing is that that's not the heaviest squat we're going to see today from our women's side. Karsten Oliver going up 5 kilos, 606 pounds, 5 reds on the bar now.
That is incredible. She failed her second attempt. She went up 5 kilos, and now she's on her 3rd.
Again, not a strength issue. She got some technical calls on the second attempt. Let's see if she can make those adjustments and hit this 600-pound squat.
That looked a little bit high.
It looked high. Let's see what the judges call her.
Good
wow,
lift.
okay, three white lights.
Nice and easy, too. Love to see it. Liam on platform 2, getting ready for his final attempt at 295. His second attempt was 272.5. 295 kilos is around 650 pounds on his back right now. He's pushing, he's grinding, he's getting ready. He makes it. That looked good. Let's see if the judges agree with me. No, they do not. We have 1-2.
And just to provide everybody with an update on what's going on in platform 2, we got Jordan Deaver, who previously it looked like he had bombed out off of his squat attempt, but he has been issued a relift and will be going at the end of the flight and retaking 280 in order to try to post up a squat and stay in the meet. So very interesting shakeup of events as we go into the last and final squats of platform 2.
Do you want to explain to the audience how the retake works?
Yeah, so if there was any sort of misload or any anything that any mistake that wasn't in due part by the lifter, the platform referees and jury can award a lifter a relift. And that can come from a variety of reasons, for whether the lifter lifted in the wrong order, whether the bar was misloaded, whether the lifter felt like the spotters grabbed the bar a little too early. So I'm not particularly sure what the relift is for, but again, it gives the lifter an equal opportunity to have 3 valid attempts at securing a weight. So in this case, very necessary for Jordan, who needs a squat in order to stay in the meet.
Definitely. It would be really interesting to see his final attempt on the squat. With Eric on platform 2, 312.5 kilos, which is around 689 pounds, which is almost a 700-pound squat.
Coming out of Rutgers University.
He's getting ready for it.
Nice press for Sophia on platform 4. Second attempt bench presses now.
He gets stuck. He's pushing. Oh, he missed that rack, man. And he did lose the bar. It's very important that lifters stay with the bar through the entirety of the squat.
Again, it protects the spotters and loaders, keeps them safe, and not having them bear the entire weight of the bar by themselves.
Definitely, and it's also safer for the lifter underneath the bar as well. Spotters and loaders could drop that bar if they unexpectedly bail on it. Jonah on platform 2, getting ready to give us a 320-kilo squat. 320 pounds is 705 pounds. You see his coach back there watching him. Thank you to spotters and loaders. No, lifters only have to lift 9 times in the day, but spotters and loaders have to lift all of those 9 times for every single lifter.
Yeah, they're doing a squat every single time somebody goes down with a squat, right? So
if they make it or not.
Just think about all that endurance, right?
Definitely working, squatting and loading is a tiresome job.
3 white lights, platform 2.
Wonderful. Joseph Chen, platform 2, getting ready to give us a 322.5 squat. Just 711 pounds. 711, baby.
And just talk about the mindset, or sort of the confidence that you're building when you go 3 for 3 in the squat, right? From what we just saw in Jonah and what we might see here in Joseph, right? Some of our heavier squatters, but not only that, only 3 for 3 really sets you up for the best possible total. I mean, possible, right? You maximize the amount of kilos you get. You minimize wasting energy by not missing and attempting wasting that energy. Again, it just compounds that momentum and closing out the most nerve-wracking lift, which is squat.
Definitely, especially if you miss your first squat, that definitely carries into all the other squats. But since you get all 3, he's pushing. Oh, that's a little bit of wobble.
A little no lift there.
No lift. That's all right. He still has these other 2 attempts. He still has a 320-second attempt, which is really good for his weight class.
So for our heaviest squat of the day now, we got Chase here taking 716 pounds. Though this won't be the last squat of the session, we do have a relift at the end of the flight for Jordan.
He's from McKendree University, Chase is. And
again, as we said earlier, McKendree University currently leads the men's raw division in the team scoring, currently with a 42-point score, a 10-point lead over Midland University, and that point can be extended here with Chase if he puts up a really good total and scores some valuable podium positions for McKendree.
He's getting ready to go. He's looking hype.
Man, this is an intense squat. 6 reds on the bar.
This is definitely a nerve-wracking experience. Some lifters might lift up the bar once or twice to try to feel that weight on their shoulders, shift it around a little bit like he did. Makes step. He's pushing.
Wow.
Let's see if the...
Way to go, Chase. Let's see.
If they give it to him. He makes
2 to 1. Let's go. Very excited for Chase as he's coming out of Illinois, my home state. So, you know, you got to support. Here, talk about important lifts. Jordan Deaver needs this lift here to stay in the meet. I mean, he needs this lift for 280 kilos. However, we just saw some updates here on LiftingCast. We will be having a relift for Joseph Chen at the end of this flight after Jordan Deaver. So Joseph Chen will be retaking 322.5 kilos.
Now that's really interesting. It's really rare to get 2 relifts in one flight. Now, like you explained earlier, it can be from a variety of reasons. Taking it too early, or maybe it's a technical issue. Now, having to squat at least 4 times within your session, definitely a little bit nerve-wracking. I myself have had to do that a few times, and that is not fun at all. So
No, I've been there. I've been there, done that too.
Let's see if he gets this.
Let's get behind him.
Nice deep breath. Make step.
Nice and deep. There we go, Jordan. And there we go. He waits for that command.
Let's see if he gets it. Three white
And there
legs.
it is.
That must be the most rewarding feeling in the whole wide world. Now, Joseph Chen on platform 2, getting ready to give us a 322.5. This is his relift for his 3rd attempt. Problem 1, we have John. From 2, Joseph is waiting for us to...
So I'll just talk a little bit about what's going on with the relift. So because there were 2 lifters after Joseph that went before Joseph needed to go up again, he is given 2 minutes of time in order to take his attempt. So he has his 60 seconds of his normal attempt plus an additional minute of compensatory time. So 2 minutes is set on the clock right now, and he has that entire 2-minute clock in order to come out and take his attempt. So he can take his attempt at any point during this 2-minute clock. So it's like bars loaded now, he has 2 minutes, and he can go up whenever that 2-minute time expires.
Now in that time, he's either pacing in the back, listening to some music, getting ready in the game.
Again, it allows lifters to have that extra recovery time when you have to kind of follow yourself. I mean, Joseph went, then we got Chase, Jordan, and now we got Joseph again. So again, think about how short of a time frame you have of rest. I mean, it really is about less than 3-4 minutes or so, maybe even 5. But again, Joseph needs all the time right now, and so he is exhausting his entire 2-minute clock right now. We got 45 seconds left now.
Typically, some lifters will start at 37 seconds. Let's see if we can find him. John on platform 1, starting us off with bench press at 120 kilos.
And there we go, Jace with 20 seconds left on the clock here.
Now he is at 3rd, and he's forecasted 3rd.
Again, looking to just further extend his lead.
I see a push. Oh no.
And so I kind of wonder whether all of that was sort of worth it for the 2.5 kilos he would have gained in making that attempt, right? I mean,
definitely.
It's just one of those things where, as a coaching staff, as a lifter, and pretty much the entire team, you're wondering whether or not using up that entire energy, a whole relift for 2.5 kilos, which you inevitably end up missing, is going to possibly impact you as we go into the deadlifts and possibly even the bench, right? I mean, you just never know.
Yeah, it's definitely up to the discretion of the coaches and the lifter themselves, and especially if they just want to scratch it and we save it all for a bench and deadlift, especially if one of those are their respective piece instead of squat. So they can make up the kilos that they need some other way. I know some lifters will scratch after their first squat and then save it all for deadlift. especially if they're confident in that lift.
Absolutely.
Good lift on platform 1. Davenport University is actually 3rd for the men's raw with 32 points, and it's tied with Midland at 2nd with 32 points. So it's going to be really interesting to see where that outcome will lead us. Mark on platform 1. It's a 132.5 kilo opener. Good lift. Now for bench lift press, there is 3 commands: start, bench, and rack. And if those, it's kind of tricky, especially with some lifters, if they can't necessarily hear the judge or something else is going on. But bench press can definitely be a stickler for technical issues in that aspect. I know as a judge yourself, you have to really enunciate your voice, project yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, the lifters can't see you, so they must hear you. So being very clear and efficient with delivering the commands is going to be key in ensuring that the lifters can have an equal opportunity to execute their bench presses.
Now you might see some judges leaning to the side, watching the lifter. Now that is to see if their butt or shoulders come off the bench while doing the bench press, or indeed if their feet move, which will all DQ the lift. Now their head can move, which is a new rule. You see that definitely with some equipped lifters who have to fight to bring the bar to their chest. That lifting suit is definitely tight on their arms, and they'll see them resting in the back with their arms against the chair because it hurts to put them down to their side. That bench shirt is really tight.
And as we discussed the commands, one of the things I wanted to talk about too is a common misconception with the press commands and how a judge would hold a lifter in the bench press with that bar on their chest, right? So oftentimes a lot of lifters and just common followers of powerlifting think that there is a predetermined amount of time that the judge or referee has to hold that bar on the bench press. But really, it depends on when that bar becomes motionless on the chest as defined by the rulebook. That press command is given when the bar is motionless on the chest. So for lifters who have a very soft touch and are able to control that bar and keep it motionless, they're going to get a pretty fast press command. However, for lifters who continuously sink that bar that deeper in their chest, or that bar constantly sways back and forth on their chest, that's going to cause a delayed press command because that bar, again, by the rule book, is not motionless.
Some people can definitely get upset about that.
Yeah, and again, it just clears the air on why we see sometimes a lifter get a very fast press command, meanwhile others get a much shorter one. Again, it just depends on how quickly a lifter can get that bar motionless on the chest.
Okay, Taylor Gallant on platform 4, giving us a bench, her opener, 62.5. Carmen Mitchell for Louisiana Tech on platform 3, 85 kilo opener. See how she's struggling to pull it to her chest, but it just pops right off. Is the bench shirt magic. Now sometimes lifters will elect to have their belt on when they bench. I don't know if you see that a lot.
Sometimes I think I mainly see it with a lot of the heavier weight lifters. Normally you don't see it with a lot of the lighter weights that have a higher arch. Usually the heavier weights that use that belt to maintain a tighter brace. Again, it really depends. It comes down to lifter preference.
I definitely have to agree.
And of course, in equipped benching, lifters do use that belt in order to keep that shirt nice and tucked in.
Definitely. They keep it pinned in place so it doesn't really move. Good job for her opener, platform 3, Chloe Burton, 85 kilos.
And now we see a spotter and loader giving a handoff over on platform 1. So for you personally, do you personally train with or without a handoff? And talk about the differences between utilizing one and not.
Gotcha. So it's really important sometimes for a meet like this, to maybe get a lift off. It is up to your discretion as a lifter yourself, but I know only with heavy lifts it is really recommended to have a lift off, especially if it's allowed, it's free. You don't have to expend that energy trying to get that weight off the rack. But you'll see lifters, if they do want one, specifying where exactly on their chest they want it, if they give it off on 3, or when they say go, or when the lifter nods. It's really important to give specific directions on where you want that lift off. I myself personally don't really like a lift off, especially with someone from I don't know, because they don't really know where you want it on the bar or on your chest.
And again, that speaks into a good point that we have continuously talked about with predictability, right? You want to have the same training environment as you are used to in training here and like competing. So if you're having a lift off with somebody that you don't normally train with, you don't know whether that lift off is going to be good, even if it's coming from a professional spotting loading team that we see here. Definitely. They just don't know you as a lifter, and they don't know how you like your lift off. So again, it's a high risk, high reward. However, though, on the equip side, when you do have a bench short, you do need a handoff, right? Like, it's really hard to unrack that weight yourself. So Gimnasta Gallegos here, 100 kilos. It's easy weight there.
Smokes it. Nice and easy. Midland University is very happy about that too. You can hear it through the live stream. Do you yourself use a lift off?
I personally give myself my own handoff. So again, I self unrack. I don't get a handoff from anybody else. And even though doing a handoff yourself utilizes a bit more energy off of the rack, it creates greater predictability for myself, and especially as somebody who travels a lot for competitions and trains at a variety of different gyms, I can't always rely on there being always somebody there who knows, one, how to give me a handoff, let alone somebody there to even give me one, right?
Definitely.
Training at obscure hours at different gyms, so you just never know what you might encounter. So practicing that self-handoff allows me to have better control and better just predictability over my own training and how I like my bench pressing being done.
Definitely. It's always really variable, especially if you're an older person. I know in some local meets that you can elect to have one of your teammates give you a lift off, or maybe your coach, but for something so like exclusive like CNATs, right? You do not have that privilege.
Yeah.
JC Barnes, platform 3, starting us off with 105 kilos for bench press opener. JC Barnes, her bench press last year in Oklahoma CNATs was 112.5 kilos. Now it's 105. I assume that she might match it for today in Louisiana. We have Brian Grande on platform 1. They're going to give us 160.
Janessa Vela on platform 3, 105 kilos. Again, you just hear the horns from our Midland University lifters. I mean, it is loud.
It is blaring. You can definitely hear it. I was sitting in the audience yesterday, and that was deafening. They are really, really happy to show up in here. And I was talking to one of the lifters, and he said he had asked me what a few times to understand what I was saying. Nessa Vila on platform 3, giving us 105. That's a really interesting.
Yeah, so it loses balance there, just all over the place there for Janessa, not able to get that lift. Again, oftentimes, like we talked about in the squatting portion with equip benching, or with equip squatting, equip benching is probably even more significant when it comes to how much you get out of that equipment. I mean, that when bringing the bar down to your chest is a full-on effort on its own. Those lifters have to actually use their back and pull that bar down to their chest, and then that bench pressure wants to spring their arms back out to full arm extension. So think about that counteracting balance, you having to pull that bar down to your chest, hold it motionless there. Meanwhile, your arms, all they want to think about it doing is extending and pushing that bar off of you. So just think about needing to balance that. Again, lifting and equipment is a technique on its own, skill set wise.
You see, for Joy on platform 3. She is really pulling that bar towards her.
Very slow descent and a very fast ascent there, and we get a 2-to-1 good lift.
It's a good lift.
So I believe that blue card might have been for some just downward motion of the bar, in that bar kind of settling on the chest, coming up and down, just kind of bouncing a little bit.
Definitely, the lifter has to remain in control of the bar at all times while bench pressing. I know it sounds like a park ride, but
yeah,
you must have control of the bar. That definitely comes into play, especially with deadlift.
Wow, our ladies on platform 3 bench pressing over 300 pounds, 308 pounds.
For an opener, that is nuts.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is just shy of about 3 commercial gym plates.
Wow, you don't see that every day.
Think about how many people you know benching 315 pounds.
Now, something interesting to think about is that all these lifters have to go to school next week.
Yeah. Spring break's over.
Yep, it is. I know some of our lifters at Concordia actually had to get a paper done while in Louisiana.
Yeah, Oklahoma City was my last Collegiate Nationals. I was there, so graduated last spring. But now it's funny to kind of seeing it through the other lens of somebody post-grad.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy, knowing that I don't have to go to class in a few days.
You see a Badger on platform 4 giving us 95-kilo opener. Last year she ended up with a 92.5-kilo bench. She's starting at 95 today.
And so we talked about how good of a squatter she was, but to be also third out or from the bottom of the flight in the bench press event just kind of goes to show how well-rounded of a lifter Tia is. Normally, oftentimes, some lifters have a sort of specialty, right, where they'll be at the bottom of the flight for certain lifts and then kind of opening up in others. But having a lift or a lifter be as well-rounded like this just sets you up to have a really good total and just subtotal overall going into deadlift. So again, building the total in every component, squat, bench press, and deadlift, and not just overly relying on one single lift to get you that win, is going to be what determines lifters to win nowadays. I mean, we don't see the sort of specialist winning nowadays. We see the well-rounded lifters winning, especially with how deep and how competitive powerlifting has gotten over the years. I mean, we have seen the evolution of the well-rounded lifter being the winner nowadays. I mean, now it's not enough to just be a deadlift specialist.
Yeah, no, you can't make up for all that weight in just deadlift, especially when the squat is so competitive as it is, or the bench press even.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on that. It's definitely crazy. We actually stole Tia from tennis, from the tennis team at Concordia. Got her to powerlift for us. That's where she gets that crazy bench press from. That's where she gets her endurance from. Now Lucas on platform 1. Second attempt at 150. Liberty University. That is a great push from him. Nice and easy commands. We have Chris Curtis on platform 2, 147.5 kilos for his opener. That's around 325 pounds even. Now that is just insane to see. Peter on platform 1, getting ready to give us 157.5. Now, what is your favorite lift?
My favorite lift is squat, but my best lift is my deadlift.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I love squatting. I love hitting a heavy squat. There's always something about it, especially I think right now because squats and training have been going really well, which is why I really enjoy it. So I think that's kind of the reason why I answer squat. But historically, it's always been my deadlift just because it's been my best lift. However, recently, squats have been having the most progress, so it's got to be my favorite right now.
That's fair. That's
And what
fair.
about you?
I am a deadlift specialist myself. I love deadlift,
You'll deadlift every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
especially on Sundays. But deadlift, actually, we'll see in deadlift coming up that it all depends on the form you have, conventional or sumo. I don't know what you yourself
I'm
are.
a sumo hook grip puller.
Me too. Okay, I'm a sumo, but I do reverse grip, switch grip. Sumo's the best way. We can explain that later. Back onto the bench press. Jackson, great lift on platform 2. Now we have Jeremy for the United States Military Academy on platform 2. Starting with 155 kilos, around 341 pounds. Sean Darney, good lift on platform 1. Let's see if the judges agree with me. Good lift, 308s.
So that's a no lift for Brianna Perez. Second time in a row there on platform 4. So she's in a very tough spot, needing to hit her third bench press attempt in order to stay in the meet. Similar to what we saw in squat, missed those first 2 attempts. So again, just think about what might be going on there with the attempt selection and kind of the game plan and with the coaches back there.
No, Aline Flores from Texas A&M, she competed at Oklahoma CNATs last year. Her bench then was 77.5, but now she is at 100 for her second attempt. She started at 75. So there's definitely some increase there in her bench. She would love to see it. They're coming back after a year and they're better than ever. Jonah on platform 2, again with the United States Military Academy. 155 kilo opener. Pushes it right up like nothing.
Wow, what an easy opener for Aline Flores. Or second attempt on platform 3.
That was really easy. 3 weight lights.
And again, like you talked about, her best attempt going into the meet was 77.5, and now she just smoked 100 kilos. So talk about a calm 22.5 kilo PR.
Yeah, that is insane. I'd be screaming my heart out. That is just an insane number. Mid University, we have Janessa.
What a grind on platform 4 for Annalise Frias. 85 kilos.
Wow.
3 white lights.
Janessa, you can hear Midland screaming through the live stream, no doubt. 105. She's re-tempting her 105. No, it's really important that she gets this lift. She does have one more attempt to fill out her 105 if she tries to go up or not. That does look like a good lift. But, maybe.
Let's see.
Actually, no, she jumped the rack, man.
Yeah, it looked like that bar just started kind of coming up towards the rack and almost kind of forcing her to miss that lift. So a very, very tough situation here for some of these lifters. Again, sometimes the equipped, especially in the bench pressing, can be so unpredictable.
Definitely.
As that once that bar starts coming up, if you fail to manage that bar path or maintain control of it, it can come towards your face, towards your sternum, belly area. I mean, it's really hard to maintain and hold positioning when that bar is moving so fast with so much weight.
Definitely. It is an insane amount of pressure to be able to control that bar. Most people just think of pushing it up, but that's definitely not the case.
It's not like raw.
No. Definitely not like raw. For raw lifting, you just have to push up with your legs and call it a day.
There we go.
You can see some lifters' legs straining when they bench press, and that is actually their legs helping them force up that bar. Now, their butt or their shoulders cannot come off that bench, nor can their feet move, but they still use that upward motion for their legs to give that momentum for their bench.
And again, lateral movement of the feet is allowed in the bench press as long as the heels or toes do not come up off the platform.
Definitely.
Very different from squatting and deadlifting, where the heels and toes are actually allowed to come up off the platform as long as you maintain the same footprint. Your feet just cannot move laterally during the movement.
JC Barnes on platform 3. Trying to give us 110 kilo second attempt. Last year she did 112.5, so I assume she's going to match that, or she's going to go a little bit above with 115.
Easy opening attempt for Roberto. Platform 2, 160 kilos, 3 white lights.
Good to see it. We have Annette Douglas on platform 4, 87 and a half. Second attempt. Ooh. Good job, Theodore, on platform 2. And we have Chase Phelps. His arms are shaking quite a bit, pulling all that weight on that bar. 190 kilos, but he pushes it up like nothing. Sometimes just holding that weight on you will make your arms shake quite a lot. I know in your experience, you probably have felt that too. Just staying static with it is almost more taxing than pushing it up. Micah Scott on platform 2, starting off us off with 165 kilos.
Got a slow descent for Joshua Allen on platform 3. Gets that recommend.
That's a crazy arch. Do you want to explain the importance of that? The arch?
Yeah, so in powerlifting, efficiency is everything, right? How efficient you are in moving within the confines of the rules and actually maneuvering the barbell with your own body is going to allow you to be as like, think of it like a machine, right? The more efficient you are with the movement, the more energy and output you can produce, and that being the more weight you can put on the bar. So with arching, that minimizes the range of motion oftentimes, where bringing your chest further up closer to the bar, but also puts you in a better position to be able to use leg drive and utilize that full body engagement. Again, bench press is a full body movement. It's not just your chest and arms moving, it's full body engagement. So again, that arching just creates a better stabilization for that upper back and shoulders instead of a flat back bench press where you're just kind of wobbling kind of on that bench on its own. So here Joy Lee does a great job in producing that very nice arch. 145 kilos loaded for her second attempt.
Keep pushing.
Nice lockout there. And again, it gives you that stability. And like we said, that reduced range of motion allows you to shorten that range of motion and allow more energy to be put on the barbell itself. Because again, the shorter distance you travel from point A to point B, the less energy. And the more energy you conserve there, you can put more weight on the actual barbell itself.
Definitely. It could be a matter of 3 inches or 2. Whatever you can take, you want to take a mile if you can. Mikhail on platform 2, great lift for second attempt. Thank you, spotters and loaders, for rushing as we do.
Nice lift for Kennedy Butcher on platform 3.
That is a great lift. Good Braden Wright on platform 2. Going to give us 140 kilos for his second attempt. His first attempt was 125, and that really popped off his chest.
Things are looking very tight here for the women's equipped collegiate 90. Joy Lee is currently sitting at 10 kilos ahead of Kennedy Butcher. But, I mean, with Joy Lee missing that last squat, that is closing out that gap between them two. And who knows if after this third bench press attempt, that gap is going to widen or close among these two ladies gunning for that top podium position.
Definitely. We have Tia Badger on platform 4. Nice slow descent. Let's see if it push. He locks it out. You can also see her legs shaking during that lift. That looked a little bit, no lift. Blue cards. Aaliyah Henry on platform 4, giving us 117 and a half. Now that is an insane bench press to have raw.
And again, Annette Douglas is gunning for Aaliyah Henry. So Aaliyah needs this lift if she wants to continue maintaining her lead over Annette.
It's a tight race, especially in this women's 100 raw. Blaze Harris, platform 2, 152 and a half. That looked a little bit sticky in the middle. They give it to him though, that's good.
No lift on platform 3. Oh, what an easy attempt there for Aaliyah Henry. Blink and you'll miss it.
That was insane. almost missed it.
And again, Aaliyah Henry's really just trying to go 9 for 9 or 8 for 8 at this point with that missed squat, but trying to put up the highest possible total. She is in that lead, and preserving that lead is critical for her in Midland University in wanting to score team points for the women's Raw Collegiate division.
Definitely. It is detrimental. Here's Christopher on platform 2. Going to give us 152 and a half, which is around 336 pounds. He's pushed him really good. A little bit wobbly, maybe in the middle. No lift. Yellow cards. So that means he either changed his position or he moved around a little bit too much. Miles Brennan on platform 1, going to give us a retry of 157 and a half, which is going to be 347 pounds. On platform 2, we have Jeremy retrying his 155, 341 pounds for second attempt. Now you can bum out at any time in the meet. Meaning if you don't get your squats, or you don't get all 3 benches, or you don't get all 3 deadlifts, you can be DQ'd for being eligible for scoring.
And kind of fortunate / unfortunate timing here. We're talking about a bomb out, but platform 4, Brianna Perez needs this lift in order to avoid bombing out of the competition.
She has tried 75 kilos twice already. Now this is her 3rd attempt.
Let's get behind her. Brianna Perez, platform 4.
Let's see it, girl. No pushing. Nope.
Unfortunately, that'll be a no lift and an unfortunate bomb out for her.
Another bomb out, maybe. Vanessa Vila on platform 3. She tried 105 twice already. 3rd attempt, 105.
This is super important. Midland University, for them to have a bomb out in the equipped division is going to really set them back. Again, Janessa is one of the lifters who is currently in contention for that top 4, top 5 placing, currently sitting in 6th if successful with this lift. But again, she needs this lift.
Definitely, it is detrimental. Okay.
I think she might have gotten it.
I think she might have gotten it too.
There
she
it
gets
is.
it. That is good to see.
And again, now that she has locked in that 105 kilo placement, she is currently forecasted with a 455 kilo total, tied for 5th and only in 6th via body weight. And again, it's crazy to think that these placements might be decided by body weight. I mean, how close they are. I mean, we see here, we got 5 kilo spread between that 4th all the way through 6th here. I mean, separated by a few kilos is very, very close.
Definitely. It is important. Sometimes lifters will utilize their low weight in their weight class to make sure that if they do tie, if they know that they might tie, that they will win. Because the winner of the tie is someone with the lowest body weight. So you can lose to the amount of a hair tie, or maybe just by like 0.2 kilos, 0.1.
Exactly.
It can be insane to see that. Also aggravating. We have Matthew on platform 2, 165 kilos, second attempt. 358 kilo, second attempt. Sorry, pound. Second opening. Second attempt. He's pushing really well. That was a great second attempt. Textbook, even. We have Sean on platform 1. He's almost a textbook. He's on the track for a 6x6 meet. He has not gotten 1 red light so far today, which is incredible to see. Sometime or another, you get at least 1 red light, maybe 2. If you fail the lift, but he has not failed 1 lift today, and no red lights.
Yeah, talk about consistency.
That's important to train.
Oh, wow, what a grind.
Wow.
You saw that tough sticking point, but he manages to pull through.
Great work, Zachary.
Oh.
Ooh, did not give it though. Yellow card.
Again, maybe his Again, I actually don't know what that might have been called on. It looked like a good lift.
Yeah, it did. Sean, maybe it was something with the feet that we couldn't see, or
Yeah, that was a good lift for Sean.
great work. This is Max Milano on platform 2. UTSA Roadrunners. Shout out. Second attempt is 170 kilos or 374 pounds. That is a lot of weight on your arms. No matter if you're a man or woman, it is a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Robert on platform 2, getting ready to give us a 170 kilo second attempt. Now he is placed 4th right now. Keep in mind, he missed his first 2 squats. He made his last one at 280.
We got Joy Shu Allen on platform 3. Just need to update that overlay, but 125 kilos, 274 pounds. I believe we're getting the right lifter out on the platform.
It can be really confusing back there, shouting if you need to go up or not, especially if the screen has not changed yet or if it did or not. We have Annette Douglas on platform 4. This is our final attempt at 92 and a half. Today was not the best day for her for squat, but it looks like she is going to go 3 for 3 on bench press. That looked pretty good. Yes, it did. Joy on platform 3. Final attempt at 125 kilos. Now that is 2 reds plus the clip. Pushing it up, struggling a little bit.
Locks it out. Was there any downward motion? Let's see what the platform referees call it. 3 white lights.
Perfect. That is what we like to see.
And let's just look at how close it is here for our women's equipped 90. Let's look at 4th, 5th, and 6th. Our totals on the forecasted placements are all 455 kilos, separated by only body weight, ladies and gentlemen. So that battle for those 2 medal positions, 4th and 5th, that walk away with medals, it's gonna be intense.
It's gonna be brutal. No, the coaches will definitely have to be switching attempts.
Yeah, and
overhearing maybe, or
meanwhile, your forecasted leader, Joy Lee, taking 147.5 kilos, trying to squeeze an additional 2.5 kilos, again, in the lead, and trying to build the highest possible gap between her and Kennedy Butcher, which we'll see up next.
That is going to be really interesting to see. It's so variable with the women's 90. Especially quick lifting with how unpredictable bench press can be. We see a push.
Wow, Joy Lee locks it out.
Let's see if she gets it. She does.
Nice.
She gets it. Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, you saw what we showed on screen. The spotter and loader checking with the chief referee. The chips are going on the bar. We got 160.5 kilos loaded. We got an American record attempt.
Wow.
Now we got 160.5. How much is this in pounds?
Let's see. 353.9 pounds.
350. Insane. Kennedy Butcher, platform 3.
Brings it down. Push.
Wow.
Wow.
And the battle is on because now Joy Lee and Kennedy Butcher are only split by 4.5 kilos.
That is going to come down.
Yeah. And again, we do have that chip advantage that Kennedy Butcher just got with that bench press. She will have a chip, meaning that if she overtakes Joy Lee will need to pull an additional 2.5 kilos in order to beat Kennedy Butcher. If she needs to pull for the lead, she cannot match her because she has a chip disadvantage.
Definitely. And it's going to be really sketchy when it comes into those final deadlifts.
Yeah.
Those 30-10 deadlifts are going to have to be high and mighty. Kingston McClinton on platform 1. Starting off with bench press at 130 kilos, 286 pounds. For the men's, 110 raw. And then Braden Wright on platform 2, ending with 152 kilos. Sorry, 152 and a half.
We got Aaliyah Henry, 122.5 kilos, your current leader. If successful with this lift, she'll be at a 532.5 kilo total, really pulling ahead of Annette Douglas, and that's sitting in that second place position.
That is insane to see.
After Aaliyah Taylor, we will have 2 relifts at the end of this flight.
2 relifts. Interesting. Wow. That looked easy.
That was a 3 wide leg lift. And our first relift out of platform 4, Michelle taking 85 kilos.
Some of these lifters on the third, it is so nice to see that they can easily could have put another 5 kilos on their bench press.
Oh, 100%.
It is so rewarding to see that. Li Feng on platform 1, 135 kilo opener. Nice and easy, practically textbook. Classic example of this nice, easy bench. Christopher McCravey, 152 and a half. He's re-attempting it after his second attempt did not go so well, so he's going to go for it on his third. Looks like he got yellow carded on his last attempt, so maybe would not have been a strength issue. Maybe it was just a technical issue. That's what we like to see, though. That was a great push. Let's see if they give it to him. That is a win for Oklahoma University. That was great. Good job.
Got our last lift here, Annalise Frias, 87.5 kilos.
Wow. And this is a relift, correct?
Yep.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is not this common to see so many relifts within this session. It's common, however, it's quite frequent, which is interesting.
Annalise just gets stuck like a few inches off the chest. However, she does go 5 for 6, so a really good spot she's in. And so we'll see her back in the deadlift event. That'll be the conclusion of lifting over on platform 4. We'll be taking a 10-minute intermission as our spotters and loaders set up the platform for the deadlifts.
Malena Sante, that was a nice and easy opening attempt at 97.5. Super easy for her. Now, remember, she was second last year. And she did bench in Oklahoma, 145 kilos. Now we have Avery Davis on bench press, 112.5. You can hear Midland screaming their horns, getting ready to go. Chris Curtis on platform 2. Final attempt, 157.5. He just decided to chip it from 155. And 157.5 is, in fact, 347 pounds. That is a lot of weight on that bar, on your chest and bench press. I know a lot of these lifters, as soon as they're done lifting for today, that they were completely exhausted. For such a big event and such a CNAS that they really put in all their all. Especially if they cut beforehand, cutting weight, trying to make it a weight class. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how this plays out and the rest that they'll get afterwards. We have one on platform 1, going to give us 145 opening attempt, just explaining to this the lift-off individual, trying to give him the best lift-off possible. Jeremy decided not to have a lift-off for his final attempt at 162 and a half, which is around 358 pounds. Just getting set up. You know, some people will put their feet up on that bench in order to get in the best possible setup for their arch. We have Tyranny Pace on platform 3. He's going to give us 120 kilos for our opening attempt, which is insane for women's 100 plus. All of these bench presses, even in squat, were insane for this weight. This is crazy. For CNAS, this is the best of the best. There is a qualifying total to make for CNAS for weight classes. Meaning you have to meet the minimum requirement at a different sanctioned meet. So no matter where you place in CNAS, it does mean that you did make it to nationals, which is crazy in itself. We have Jalen Mack on platform 3. Going to give us a 120 kilo opener on bench press. Now she's from Northeastern University. She's currently forecasted 4th, but we'll see where the ties will dwindle down to. For men's raw, McKendree University is 42 points and first place, and Midland University is in second place with 32 points. But they're tied with Davenport at 3rd with also 32 points. So it's really going to be interesting to see where these lifters find their little place, see if they can get some points for their team, and come home with a banner, top spot. There's Jason George on platform 1, 155 kilos. Now this is really exciting to see for Rutgers. He nailed his opener on squat. He did not make his second attempt on squat, but he did make his 3rd attempt at 240 kilos, which is 529 pounds. This bench press is 155 kilos, 341 pounds. And Theodore Johnson on platform 2, 170. He's reattempting this from his second attempt. 170 kilos is 374 pounds. He does not get that. That is unfortunate. He still is in the game, though. Good Trinity on platform 3. Going to give us 125 opening starting total. Starting bench press, I should say. I'm sorry. Micah Scott reattempting his 172 and a half. And there's a lot of reattempts for bench press. That is because it is really important, or sorry, it's really common for bench press to be really tied in. Bench press can be really hard for some people to do, and you can't really squeeze kilos onto a bench press as much as you can with squat and or deadlift.
Yeah, it's one of those lifts that's very technical, so really a grind on a bench press isn't as common, again, because any deviations in your position and you're kind of messed up there, right?
Definitely. No, it means it's just a no lift immediately.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No, it's the reason that it's not our favorite, either of our favorites. It takes a special type of person to like bench press.
Way to kind of turn it around here for Robert in not having such a consistent squatting event there, but getting all the white lights here on the bench press event. Let's see if he can finish it out with a 172.5 third attempt bench press for Robert.
That's a great comeback to see. Seth Penn on platform 1. He started us out with 160 kilos, 352 pounds. He's having an okay day. He got his first and second squat, and he got his 3rd too, but he got 1 red on it. That's pretty good. See if he can keep this streak up. Matthew finaling out at 172 and a half on platform 2. 380 pounds. Almost 400 pounds. How insane is that? Oh, no, downward motion. Did not make the lift. Strength issue. That's all right, though. He got his first 2. He's sitting all right. Milano on platform 2. 175 kilos in the 110 men's raw weight class. William on platform 1. 162 and a half bench press. Throwing out nice. Now, Preston Oliver, last year in Oklahoma, benched 170 kilos. So it maybe looks like if he's going to match that today with us here in Louisiana. We see Gino in the background, the powerlifting pirate himself, holding up one of their posters.
Says, ain't no party like a MU party. And there it is.
That looked good.
Carson Oliver, 3 white lights. And Carson has her work cut out for her. She's currently sitting at a forecast of 605 kilo total, which is only 7.5 kilos above what Serenity Pace has in the forecasted placing. So it is neck and neck right now. Definitely. In that 100 plus equipped women's division.
No, last year, Carson Oliver actually got second. So it's really going to be really interesting. Jonah on platform 2, about to give us 177 and a half from the United States Military Academy. He did not get his final attempt on squat, so let's see if he gets his final attempt on bench. That looked like oh, no.
Got some, bar started coming down.
That's all right, you guys, the last 2.
Fast attempt over on platform 3.
That was quick, I missed it.
Yeah, that's how you know it was quick. You didn't even get a chance to see it.
No. That was what we like to see, though. Nice and easy, right off the chest. Calvin Rangel on platform 1. He starts out with 177 and a half. Starting with 177 and a half, which is crazy. On platform 2, the third attempt for Robert, 192 and a half. Then quick rechange for rack height. That's fair. 192 and a half is 424 pounds. That's quite a lot of weight on that bar. We have Kingston on platform 1. Second attempt at 137 and a half. Let's see if he'll opt for a spotter or not. We have Anaya Johnson, platform 3, going to give us 187 and a half. Now, some lifters use blocks for their feet, and see they're held in place by the spotters and loaders, so they don't really slide on that platform. Some lifters opt to use it, so if their legs are a little bit too short for that bench, so it is set under weight.
And again, the spotter's putting their feet there just kind of goes to show how much leg drive she's using, right? Those blocks are sliding off on that platform, so those spotters need to come in and keep those blocks in place.
Definitely. In some earlier sessions or some later sessions, they might actually even chalk the mat.
Yeah.
Sprinkle some chalk on that mat, pound it in to make sure that there's a lot of grip to it.
100%. 200 kilo bench press on platform 2. Wow. Jinx.
That was insane. We have Jonah on platform 2. Starting us out with 150 kilos.
And so you'll see it very often, instances where you have equipped bench pressing. Sometimes our ladies or just our equipped lifters will do their opening attempt raw to guarantee they get it on the board, and then they'll throw on their shirt for the second and third attempts. It just adds another layer of safety because the unpredictability of an equipped bench press. You don't want to risk bombing out, especially when the stakes are this high. So getting that attempt in and only having 2 shots at that 1 rep max in the bench press with the second and third attempt just sort of guarantees that you're on the board should you miss the second and third, because you got that opener raw.
Definitely, it is so variable, especially with equipped bench. No, I was talking to one day, and I asked her if she was going to get it or not, and she said, "I don't know." That just shows to show even the lifter does not know what they'll get. Liam on platform 2, going to give us 152.5 starter. So that's around 336 pounds. Platform 4, starting deadlift. 145 kilos. That was great. Latika. Let's see if Liam gets this first. Yes, he does get his first attempt on bench press on platform 2.
And as we start looking over into the deadlifts, let's just talk about what this flight we're going to see. We're going to see the women's equipped 100 plus on this platform 4. So we have Carson Oliver, who currently leads with a 615 kilo total on the forecasted placement, followed by Tereni Pace with a 597.5 kilo total, and then Angelina Caldaza with a 570 kilo total. So again, it's going to be a fierce battle in finding out who is going to podium and what the placements are actually going to be like.
That is going to be so fun to see, especially as it dwindles down to deadlift.
And then we got Jalen Mack with a 17.5 kilo trail up behind Angelina. So who knows if she might be able to be in contention to pull for that win.
Now you can deadlift without an undershirt. That is a pretty recent rule. I'd say about 2 years, 3 years. But some lifters opt to take them off. Shows off the muscles a little bit more. For some lifters, it might offer free movement. We have Dondre on platform 2, starting us off with 155 kilo opener. 155 kilos is around 341 pounds. Getting us ready to start off. He's from the University of Texas at San Antonio. UTSA Roadrunners. Shout out. Great work. Platform 2. Platform 1, we have 1 on his second attempt, 152.5. Gets down to his chest. Pushes it up. That looked nice and easy. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, that there is not much of a jump between their first, second, and third attempts for bench press. This is because you can't really squeeze on as many kilos as you can for squat or deadlift on bench press.
Again, even for our heavier weight men, it really is hard to just kind of, not magically, but like be able to just, hey, let's just go 2.5 kilos more, because that 2.5 kilos more can just staple you.
Oh, 100%. Especially if it's a weight that you maybe you've never done before.
Yeah.
You just don't know how that feels on your hands. Here, Tyranny on platform 3, 130 kilos second attempt, and 100 plus women's equipped.
We got our last 3 opening attempts of deadlifts on platform 4.
We have Robin Shift on platform 2, the men's raw 110 kilo weight class. Now he's ending with 192.5. What you got? On platform 2, we're starting with Joseph Rowland, 157.5 kilo start. He's around 347 pounds. Zachary Morales from the University of Texas at Austin on platform 1. Trying is 160. A 10 kilo jump on bench press is not that common at all. He must have been really confident in his first one. And indeed, he was confident. He got the second one after a 10 kilo jump. Looks like she got it up, but just not in control of that bar.
Final opening attempt on deadlifts for platform 4. Elizabeth Cleveland, 187.5 kilos.
Now, actually, she placed 4th last year. Now she's from Wisconsin originally, Davenport.
And on the forecasted placings, Elizabeth Cleveland is currently leading with a 510 kilo total.
She's currently leading?
Leading, yep.
Oh, wow.
And then we have Taylor Smith trailing behind her 12.5 kilos with a 497.5 forecasted.
That's what we like to see.
And then Takia Russell with a 492, so just a 5 kilo split between Taylor and Takia. So it's going to be really interesting to see how those battles are going to be shaping up. Even though Elizabeth Cleveland is in that driver's seat, she has to make her attempts so that way she doesn't open up the door for any of these ladies to sneak in and win and try to pull for that win.
Definitely. I know their coaches are crunching numbers. They themselves are crunching numbers.
Oh, 100%.
Making exchanges between weights and all that stuff. You can make attempt changes in powerlifting.
So the only attempts you're allowed to change are your opening attempts. If you're in flight A, it'll be 3 minutes before the start of your flight. If you're in flight B, it'll be 3 lifters before the start of your flights. Otherwise, the only other attempts you're able to change are your 3rd attempt deadlifts. They can be changed up to twice, and the rules for that is that the bar cannot be changed to anything that is currently lower than what is already on the bar. And if you're matching the weight that's on the bar, you have to be in the higher lot number. You can't be in a lower lot number of the lifter currently going if you're trying to match that weight. Because again, lifters are going in lot number order. So if you do have a lower lot number and you try to match the weight with somebody who's currently lifting, that's not a legal attempt, because by definition, you would need to be the lifter going first by lot number. So you would need to exceed that by 2.5 kilos. So it gets a little tricky out on the scoring table, but good thing our scoring table officials are referees, so they are keeping track of that, making sure that all these attempt changes are legal and valid.
Yes, even the people who are telling who's in the hole, who's going to go up next, are in fact referees too. So it is highly professionalized here. We do have national level and international level judges at this meet. In case there are All-American records being broken, national records being broken, state records being broken. Seth Penn on platform 1, 172nd attempt. He's jumping 10 kilos from his opener at 160. Looks like he got the re-rack command. He's from Midland University, Nebraska. They're out of Fremont. It might have been a double tap on his chest on platform 1, but let's see if we give it to him. No, they did not give it to him. That was a technical issue. We have Jordan Deaver on platform 2 from California State University, San Marcos, starting off with 170 kilos, around 374 pounds.
No lift for Sophia on platform 4.
That's really tricky with your second attempt.
Big bench here on platform 3. Carson Oliver, 165 kilos.
Wow. Her bench press is what I started with when I deadlifted on Friday. That just shows how strong these lifters are.
Oh my goodness.
Incredible.
Oh my goodness.
Gabby White, platform 3, Raging Cajuns. You can hear that trumpet going. Louisiana natives.
Probably one of the most iconic songs here at Collegiate Nationals. That
Definitely.
whoever's playing that trumpet, we know Raging Cajuns are up whenever we hear that.
We know that someone from their team is going at any given time if we hear that trumpet. They're very loud for their team. In the Midland, we have Jacob Pickle on platform 1. Struggling for his second attempt. No, they took it. It's 175 kilos. He does have one more attempt to do that. Apollo Tracy is just explaining he wants that up to the lift off giver, and he will be starting at 170 kilos. He's from McKendree University. 170 kilos is 374 pounds.
Let's see what the referees call Taylor Smith's second attempt deadlift here. 2-1, good lift. And again, Taylor Smith does have that advantage over Takia Russell since she is deadlifting after her. So Taylor Smith is really going to have a advantage in seeing what Takia is going to hit for her third and then basing her third attempt off of that. They're currently tied at 497.5 kilos. And so now Taylor Smith is really just going to sit and wait to see whether Takia misses or hits her attempt to base and make an attempt change. However, Taylor Smith must out-total Takia by at least 2.5 kilos since Taylor is the heavier lifter, so she must out-total her by minimum 2.5 kilos in order to take the lead.
Now we're dwindling down on the final deadlift. That is going to be really interesting to see.
And again, the coaching staff at Texas Tech University have to make the decision on what they want that third deadlift to be, on whether they want to push Takia's deadlift as far as they possibly can, almost forcing Taylor's hand into making her pull for something a little too much out of range. So again, it's a deadlift game, it's a chess match. So it's really exciting as we move into the final deadlifts here on platform 4.
But she does get that. She did get her deadlift, so that's going to be it's going to put an interesting spot for these other lifters.
Again, here we got Takia Russell, 160 kilos, only opting to go the safe route, 5-kilo jump.
We have Robert on platform. Oh, we have Leo starting us off with bench on platform 2, 185 kilos from Concordia University, Nebraska, out of Seward, Nebraska, 407 pounds. Let's see it, Takia on platform 4, 180 kilos, 160 kilos. Now she is a sumo deadlifter. Oh, they might get her on hitch.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty tough deadlift there for Miss Russell. Our referees are likely going to give that a 3 red light, no lift.
Yep. With blue cards, too.
So again, Takia is sitting in that third place position, so she is walking away with the bronze. And it doesn't look like, based off of these third attempts, nobody is trying to shoot for her medal. So she is solidly locked in that bronze medal position,
which is really, really good to see. We have Bryce Lesser on platform 1. Final attempt at 152.5. A nice end to the day for its bench press. Brian on platform 2, giving us 185 kilo bench press. No, platform 1 and 2 are both in the men's 110 raw division. Ryan is from Mississippi State University. That was a textbook first attempt on platform 2. That was crazy well performed. Colton on platform 2, starting us off with 187.5 kilos. And he's from the University of Mary Harding, Baylor.
Great pull over on platform 4, and Carly Reese has just pulled herself into 5th place out of McKendree University. So she is now walking away with a medal. We do have 2 more deadlifts left to go that are in that 6th and 7th place position that might be gunning for her 5th place medal. So it'll be Madigan Lee who will try to reclaim her spot in that 5th place position. But now we have Sophia looking to move herself from 9th to 8th. Again, really good points being scored here for every position you move up.
That is insane to see.
Electing to go up an additional 2.5 kilos.
That fight is wow.
Again, that bar shifts, but it never really goes down. Let's see what the referees say. Oh.
No lift. She'll be saying a 9. That was a great touch and go on Wyatt for platform 1. Great final attempt. Now he reattempted 157.5, but he gets 3 white lights on his last attempt, so it did pay off.
Jalen Mack trying to pick up an additional 7.5 kilos on the bench press event.
Wow. Let's see it. Oh, she's edging.
And there it is. Oh my gosh, can she lock it out? Oh, and she does.
That was snappy. Let's see if she gets it. Judges agree? Yes or no?
And that is a good lift. Yep.
Wonderful.
See those white lights. And again, Jalen Max now moved herself into that 5th place position provisionally. Again, a lot of lifting left to go, but it's really exciting to see how these bench presses are going to be critical in shaping out how the podium looks like as we move into deadlifts.
Robert on platform 2. Final attempt at 192.5, which is 424 pounds. Thank you again to the spotters and loaders for moving so quick to get these guys out of here. Our spotters and loaders are themselves lifters, so they know how this works. We have Peyton on platform 1, ending us off with 165. No, it does not make it. Thank you, spotters and loaders. Tierney on platform 3. Good lift. Now Elena Asante on platform 3. Her final attempt is 140 kilos. Now she's reattempting this from her 2nd attempt. She did get 2nd from last year in Oklahoma. She did end up at 145 last year, so a little bit under from what she did.
And again, Lane needs this in order to be within striking distance in dethroning Giselle from that 1st place spot. If she misses this, this will put her way out of range from getting in that top placing. So again, this is either to be forecasted in 2nd or fall all the way back to 5th.
This is a great fight. Let's see it. She gets it to her chest. Wow. No, she misses it. She jumped the rack command.
Again, that bar just kind of got flung out into the rack, so unfortunately a miss there. And so Lane Asante falls to 5th place with a 307.5 forecasted total.
That is just how this game goes. Maybe she can get it back during deadlift. We will see in the upcoming lifts. We have Yan Cheng Li on platform 1, ending us off with 167.5. From Davenport University. No, does not. A little bit too much for him today. That's all right. Jason George on platform 1, 170 kilo. Great work on platform 2 with Andre Coleman. Let's see if he gets it. Yes, 3 right lights. Now, Caddy got 3rd last year, and she just got done benching. Now there's Giselle. We can hear Midland.
Now the chips going on the bar, 163 kilos, 359 pounds for our lifter out of Midland University.
Now she's originally from Texas. We have a lot of Texas lifters with us today who are natives of Texas. They have a great population of powerlifters. And they have obviously great powerlifters. Let's see how she does. Gets to her chest, pushes it off. Maybe they'll get her an up and down motion, but I don't. No, she did not get that.
Yeah, I got some downward movement of the bar there. And even though she missed that attempt and missed that record, she has pretty convincingly won in this division. She is currently ahead by 35 kilos, so there really isn't too much of a spread there for. Actually, it'll be 45 kilos actually. Yeah, so again, not too much of a spread there in her getting dethroned by Aline Flores. So after Laney missed her 2 bench presses, second and third attempt, now it's a battle between Aline and Laney for who will get in that silver medal position, and then Giselle walks away with that gold.
Well, Carson Oliver last year, her max bench was in Oklahoma was 170. Today she's attempting 175 in her final attempt.
Again, you see those multiple sticking points as she navigates that bench press. Unfortunately, that'll be a no lift. And just like that, the battle is on here in the women's equipped collegiate division. Carson Oliver and Tierney Pace are now separated by just 7.5 kilos on the forecasted placements.
That is incredible to see. This will definitely dwindle down to their deadlifts. See who can get the edge over each other, if they can push each other over that edge, or if they can keep up with one another or not.
And up next, we got your champion here in the women's raw collegiate 100 plus, Elizabeth Cleveland, looking to go 9 for 9, 222.5 kilos, 490 pounds.
Wow.
I think she might have gotten called for a hitch there. Let's see what the referees say. It's going to be close.
It is going to be close. No lift.
However, despite the no lift, she does walk away your champion. 527.5 kilos is that total that wins the 100 plus women's raw collegiate division. And then Taylor Smith gets that second place with the 497 in the tough battle all the way through, with Takia Russell finishing on that podium in that bronze medal with a 492.5 kilo total.
That is so wonderful to see. Platform 2, we have Patrick Foreman getting ready for 180 kilo bench press, second attempt. He's from West Virginia University. 180 kilos is around 396 pounds. These are some crazy bench presses coming up for us today. And you might notice that some lifters, some equipped lifters might prefer to deadlift without a deadlift suit. Do you want to explain that reason?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes for equipped lifting, you can get a significant amount of kilos added to your total from the squat and the bench press event, but sometimes the deadlift suit might be a little bit overly restrictive in getting down to the starting position. So sometimes lifters might elect to lift completely raw in a singlet despite being registered and lifting in the equipped division.
Definitely. It is so variable. You just don't know. That was a great pull for Taylor Ganon on platform 4. Great first attempt. 3 white lights. We'd love to see that.
Got a final bench press attempt on platform 1, 187.5 kilos.
That is wonderful to see. Very last one for this flight. On platform 1. The men's 110 weight class is quite large this year.
Yeah, again, 2 full platforms in one session, taken up by just this division.
Definitely. We have Laney on platform 4. Great pull. Very nice conventional stance. Let's see, she gets it. If Chase starting us off, or going for a second attempt at 180 kilos, 396 pounds on bench press. And he's from McKendree. and who's forecasted first. However, can be some sneaks that can occur.
Again, it's a very, very tight battle. I mean, forecasted first with the 800 kilo total just off of this bench press attempt. But again, we have Colton and Joseph tied at 787.5. I mean, when you talk about this weight class and you think about 12.5 kilos, that is nothing for these guys lifting. I mean, 12.5, what is 12.5 kilos when you're talking about 800, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is an attempt right there. I mean, that is a miss that really defines what this entire podium is going to look like. And if we draw just a few more placements down, we have the 775 and 772.5, 767. Like it just keeps on going down.
Definitely.
Separated by 2.5, 5 kilos among these positions. So it really comes down to the fine margins.
Yeah, to body weight and to see how much they can actually push the extent of their body.
Absolutely.
It's going to be really interesting to see. Now for deadlift commands, the only command you get is down.
Yeah, so once that bar is called loaded, lifters have the entirety of that 60 seconds to begin their pull, and that means making a genuine attempt in getting that bar raised up off the floor. So again, a lot of time these lifters have, so lifters can either lift sumo, conventional, as we discussed earlier, the different techniques utilized by these athletes. And again, just one command, they stand upright, get those shoulders back, and lock those knees, and they'll get that down signal from our chief referee in which they will lower that bar back down onto the platform.
They have to do it in a controlled manner. They cannot drop the bar, otherwise they will scratch that lift.
Yeah, and can't drop the bar, can't slam that bar.
Definitely, that in itself was a new rule about 3 years ago, if I remember correctly.
Yep, absolutely. So that's one of the things that was implemented in order to not only protect the equipment, but also ensure that the lifters have full and demonstrated control of the barbell.
We have Annalise on platform for getting ready for a 167.5 kilo deadlift. Elijah Jordan, second attempt, platform 2, bench press, 182.5. And he gets it 2-1. That's wonderful to see. You might see some of these spotters and lowers wearing a purple bracelet. That is and so they can be insured to get into the back area of this convention center.
Again, it's a lot of people here, so you got to make sure we're identifying who is allowed where and when. So nice identifiers that our team here in USA Powerlifting.
Definitely, and athletes will wear colored wristbands too to ensure that they are in the session that they are supposed to be in.
I mean, us back here in the commentator booth as well, we're issued badges so that way we can actually get into the commentators area.
Definitely, even then you have to say commentary.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're very picky about it, which is good. There's so many people here and there's so many moving parts. There's so many things that can go wrong at once.
And so as our lifters start hitting their deadlifts and actually getting a good lift on the board, assuming they have made at least one squat and one bench press attempt, getting a deadlift solidifies their total and secures them a placement, whether it be, first place, last place, it gets them a placement and guarantees that they have an equal opportunity to score points for their team. However, for those lifters who have bombed out either on squat or bench press, they can still come back and hit all of their attempts. They just won't be eligible for any individual awards or placements for their team.
That is why it is so impactful when someone does not or when someone bombs out. It's definitely really impactful. I don't wish I'm my worst enemy. 195 kilos does not work well for Jason for on platform 2. That is all right. Needs one more attempt to get that. We have Leo on platform 2. Now he was really excited to hit this today. 195 kilos.
We're down to our last 3 deadlift attempts for our 100th on platform 4.
Now he decided, thank you Tia Badger on platform 4, 175 kilo opener. Looked nice and easy. Now some of these belts are quite different in that they're clipped or that they have just a belt, normal belt. Do you want to explain that difference?
For the belts?
Yes.
Yeah, so for when lifters are using a belt, that is to create intra-abdominal pressure, right? So that allows them to stay very tight, and oftentimes lifters have the opportunity to choose between different sizes of belts. And again, it just comes down to personal preference. That's the name of the game here, right? Whatever the lifter finds most comfortable in lifting attire, apparel, and equipment, that's what's going to be best for the athlete. Sometimes a lifter might not even need a belt, right? We've seen lifters come out and lift completely beltless. We've seen lifters use either 10 millimeters, 13 millimeter belts, or thinner belts, right? Lifters that don't require as much of a surface area over their abdomen. They can also choose to have that belt be high up in the abdomen area or lower down towards the sort of belly button area. So again, ultimately comes down to the lifter, how well they can maneuver that belt in their positioning.
Definitely. Thank you for explaining that. Annette Douglas, that was a great deadlift on platform 4 opening.
Waiting on the lights here. Yep, 3 white lights, and like that, every single lady here on this flight has successfully hit a deadlift. So it's exciting knowing that everybody has hit and nobody's at risk of bombing out, let alone we are going to see some nice increases here. So everyone's totals are now official, and we're now getting ready to start the deadlift party on platform 4.
That's wonderful to see. Vera Kelly on platform 2, 205 kilo bench. Now that's around 452 pounds. How incredible is that? And that was a pretty big increase from his 190 opener, about 15 kilos. Not very common at all.
Great second attempt for Alexis on platform 4. Picks up an additional 5 kilos to her deadlift. And I want to build a little bit of anticipation for the women's 100 here on platform 4. Both Aaliyah and Annette are almost neck and neck, right? Currently spread. If Aaliyah's currently sitting with a 532.5 kilo total, and if Annette hits her second deadlift, she'll be at a 527.5 kilo total. So Aaliyah, though she is currently in the lead by about 20 kilos, she cannot afford a miss. If she misses, that opens up the door for Annette Douglas. Similarly, if Annette Douglas begins missing her attempts, that opens up the door for Tia Badge to potentially sneak into that second place position.
And deadlift is where you finally see everyone coming to a close. The story ending, people finding their little place in their flights. We have Dondre on platform 2. Not such a great squat day today. He did get his last attempt at 275 squat, but his bench press has been 2 out of 3 so far. No reds for bench press yet. Let's see if he can pull off this 165 final attempt after him. And it looks like he will get that lift, but I wonder if they might call him on something. No, they did not. Perfect 3 white lights. Perfect record for his.
That is a 2-to-1 good lift on platform 3.
We have Jonah on platform 2, 165 kilo final attempt. He did elect to go up 5 kilos from his previous second attempt. And he is from Virginia Commonwealth University. He did not get his last attempt. And he pushes. He sticks it. He gets 3 white lights. That's wonderful to see. Perfect ending for his bench press today.
Bit of a slow lock out there for Addie Davis on platform 4. It's a 2-to-1 good lift, but you just kind of wonder where she's going to be able to go from there. 15 kilo jump for Michelle. Big gain here on the total if successful in this lift.
Great work for Carmen Mitchell on platform 3. There'll be a no lift for Joseph on platform 2. That's all right. He got his last 2, so he is A-okay. Keep going for deadlift. He's eligible for scoring. On platform 1, it looks like we're about ready for deadlift. First up, we have Ethan Liu at 220 kilos, 485 pounds.
Nice opening deadlift from around. Tough second for Sarah Lyons on platform 4, but looks to be a good lift. 3 white lights on 3 and 3 white lights on 4.
We have Presley on platform 3. You can just see with those squat suits how they force your body up.
Nice third attempt for Liam on platform 2, 167.5. Referees say that's 3 white lights.
Perfect. For Martis on platform 2, we have 177.5 for his final attempt for us today. He's from Lake Forest College. 177.5 is around 391 pounds. He's looking really, really happy to do this. He's getting hyped up. Love to see it.
Marty coming out of Chicago, Illinois. Got a chance to see him in the warm-up room just earlier today. He's very excited to compete here.
He's wonderful. We have Joy, platform 3, 145 on the bar for her. Now, lifters have to wear knee-high socks for deadlift. It is important if they walk out on the platform, they will be asked to go put on their socks.
That was a no lift on platform 2 for Marty. And then we'll talk about the difference between the qualifying totals to get here, right? We have the individual versus the team qualifying totals. I know for a fact Marty qualified to CNATs using the individual qualifying totals. However, we have teams like McKendree, Midland, and so on that have the updated team scoring qualifying totals. And this ensures to promote team competition and incentivize programs to develop their programs and send teams at Collegiate Nationals. So if you're competing in a team, you have to qualify with the much lower team scoring qualifying totals. However, if you're a college lifter who doesn't have a team at your school, you can still come and compete at CNS. However, you must qualify using the individual qualifying totals, which are significantly higher, which make it a little bit challenging for single off lifters to come to CNATs, only because we want CNATs to promote the team scoring competition and events.
Definitely. Joseph Chen with us today on platform 2. I think he's off at 185 kilos. Now he got 5th last year, and he ended up with 182.5. So this is a 2.5 increase from last year. Thomas Olson on platform 1, Brigham Young University. 240 start for his deadlift. That looked a little bit hard for him, but he did get it up. Kennedy Butcher ready for us today at 170 kilos. First attempt on deadlift. Platform 3.
And again, the battle versus Joy Lee starts here with Kennedy Butcher.
Henry on platform 4. Getting ready for a 215. A little bit sticky at that top.
Oh, and was that a no lift for Kennedy Butcher? 2-1, no to lift.
We have Eric finishing up on his bench today. He will be our last bencher. He's from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. 187.5, which is 413 pounds. He will not be your last bencher, my bad. Very good pull for it, and then on platform 4. Nice wide sumo stance, too.
Bit of a delayed down command as we wanted to ensure she was adequately locked out, but two side referees think it was good, so she gets a good lift there. And this is some very nice sight to see on LiftingCast. Our women's 100 raw side for opening deadlifts and second round of deadlifts. No missed attempts thus far. That is some wonderful execution out of platform 4.
That is so nice to see. We love that beautiful green. We go Taylor Gannott.
Let's see it. Taylor locks it out. What did the referee say? No lift. However, Taylor does have a good day thus far, going 7 for 9 at Collegiate Nationals. And honestly, you can't get mad at just being able to come to show out, hit every attempt here, and honestly finish out your meet strong.
And because of the silence of the flight, she does get a team point for her team, Concordia. We have Dylan on platform 1, getting ready for his first attempt, 250. This from Texas State University.
Bit of an uneven lockout there for Elijah on platform 2. Fortunately, that'll be a no lift as the weight just wins on the day. We'll see him back for deadlifts. Now Chase is facing some fierce competition from lifters like Colton, Joseph, Leonardo, and so on in this stacked 110 kilo division. So these 7.5 kilos are going to prove to be critical in helping him extend that lead that he currently poses.
His score right now is a 505, but his forecasted score is an 807.
And again, these scores become official after that first deadlift hits the ground. So again, these lifts are great, but they got to hit at least one deadlift to solidify whatever total they've built thus far.
Definitely.
And again, Chase with an opportunity to go 6 for 6. No missed attempts thus far.
Gets it down to his chest. Wow. It could have been a second attempt.
Yeah, honestly. And I think that's what it really is, just building that confidence and not exhausting the tank on the bench press event, saving it for the deadlift. I know he's a big deadlifter, currently opening up with 295 kilos. So again, it's just one of those things where you're saving that energy for the lifts that's going to get you the most return, which is the deadlift.
That is incredible to see. Shout out to all of these lifters that showed up today. Let's go on platform 3, Presley. Oh. No lift. She does have one more attempt to get that done, though. That is A-okay. Colton gets to his chest. He's pushing up platform 2. No lift. Thank you, spotters and loaders. We have Mark on platform 1, getting ready to give us 265. 584 pounds today. Great lift. Textbook. Shook the camera a little bit. Now some lifters might use baby powder. That is not white chalk on their legs. That is baby powder. Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, absolutely. A common phrase in powerlifting is chalk makes it stick, powder makes it slick. And two key differences. So chalk absorbs moisture in the hands and allows your hands to have a more grippy texture with the knurling on the barbell. So again, it prevents that slippage. And that chalk is putting work here in platform 4. Lauren Wells, 175. What a grind.
She's just grinding a lockout.
Gets a down command. I didn't see any downward movements. 2 to 1.
She got
Good
it.
lift.
That is wonderful to see.
Wow. Talk about a 10-second grind there. But yeah, as I was saying, that powder absorbs the moisture in the hands and the chalk, allowing you to get a better grip. However, powder creates a slick surface in the legs and prevents that bar from getting caught in your leg, minimizing the amount of friction that is created there. So again, it just allows that bar to glide up your legs instead of getting caught in your skin and the hairs and all that sort of thing.
Definitely. I see a lot of conventional lifters do a lot more than sumo lifters. However, for sumo, it is pretty important that the bar not get stuck on your thighs, especially past your knees. That critical area, trying to lock out. On platform 2, Leo did not get his last bench.
Good deadlift for Joy Shualan on platform 3, 2-1, good lift.
Here's Ethan Liu on platform 1, getting ready to go. Second attempt at 235. No, 235 kilos is 518 pounds. He's from Indiana University, Bloomington. Ryan re-attempting his 200 on platform 2, 200 bench. He gets this to his chest. He's pushing. He's going a little bit crooked. It's all right as long as there is no up and down motion. He sees to lock out the other arm. Up and down motion. No, he does not get that.
A grind here on platform 4. Michelle, 185 kilos, gets a down command.
Will she get it?
Oh.
No.
Fortunately, no lift.
Janessa, wow. That was a really strong pull for her second attempt at 165 kilos. JC Barnes back with us again.
So Hannah Alexander is trying to defend her 4th place position right now. We see Evelyn has put in an attempt to knock her out of 4th into 5th. Hannah is trying to extend that lead and putting it out of reach of Evelyn and forcing her to only pull for 5th. And Hannah is able to get it done here. Lifter out of McKendree University, locks it out.
That's great to see.
And that solidifies her 4th place finish.
Katie Butcher is with us here today. She failed her 170 originally. Now she's re-attempting her 170 for a second attempt. Last year she deadlifted 185. Sticking with 170 though.
No
she does
lift.
not get that. There's one more attempt to do that. Here's Ethan again on platform 1.
We got a pull for 5th place here. Annalise pulling 190 kilos for a medal. No.
That's all right. Good pull.
Again, does end up in that 7th place position, so does get some good points for her team here out of UTSA.
Tia Badger with us for Concordia University. 180. Now she is an avid conventional power lifter. She's playing around with sumo for a while, but she's stuck with conventional. She's pulling. Needs to, lost her grip.
Nonetheless, Tia Badger is in your podium. She does walk away that bronze medalist in that women's raw 100 kilo division.
We have Joy, platform 3, 190 kilos for her second attempt. What a great number. Oh, look. Great pull for Savannah on platform 4. Let's see if she can lock out.
She is still in that lead, so again, Joy Lee is currently in your 1st place finish going into that 3rd deadlift for the women's equipped 90 division.
Good job for Chase Phelps on platform 1. Next lifter is Brian Grande on platform 1. 250 kilo second attempt. That is around 551 pounds.
Got a big pull on platform 4. Looking to move from 6th to 5th place. Evelyn out of Davenport University.
192.5. Wow. That looked like a second attempt.
And again, that just guaranteed a medal here for our lifter, Evelyn, out of Davenport, putting her at a 467.5 kilo total.
That is awesome to see. We have Thomas Olsen on platform 1, giving us a 252.5, 556 pounds.
Chloe Burton, platform 3, 140 kilos, retake out of that from that miss on her second attempt. And now Aaliyah Henry looking to extend her lead in that gold medal position and putting it out of range for Annette Douglas. Can she lock it out? Unfortunately, it is not coming up. And again, we'll see if we see an attempt change by Annette Douglas. She will have to go up, waiting on that attempt change. Again, Annette is in that second place position, and we're wondering and wait to see if she might pull into that first place position.
That'd be really interesting to see how this plays out.
Again, if successful with this pull, that'll put her at a 545 kilo total, only 2.5 kilos below what Aaliyah Henry currently has. So there was no attempt change, so Annette Douglas will come out to 237.5 kilos.
We're Presley on platform 3, re-pulling. Oh, not today. Oh, that's all right.
Annette Douglas, your second place silver medalist, platform 4. Fortunately, that'll be a no lift, and she still walks away that silver medalist with a 527.5 kilo total. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes all of our lifting over on platform 4, our women's raw 100 collegiate division. As it stands, Aaliyah Henry out of Midland University takes the crown with a 547.5 kilo total. Annette Douglas in that second place position with a 527.5 kilo total, and Antia Badger out of Concordia University with a 485 kilo total.
Those are some great numbers to see. We have Lucas on platform 1. Second attempt at 262.5. Getting set up to go. What a great pull.
We got Maram from McHenry coming up on platform 3, looking to extend that lead in that third place position. If she doesn't hit this, this will open up the door for Joey Shu Allen out of Northeastern University to swing in and try to take that bronze medal from her. There we go. Maram locks that in, and she further, we see that attempt change going on immediately as soon as she hits that lift. I mean, these coaches are locked in with these attempt changes.
Yes, there is a screen for us in the back, too, for these lifters to see their competitors go, so they can easily go, okay, butt me up like
Again, there is
2.5.
no weight currently being displayed on the board, as there is an ongoing attempt change in progress. So once our scoring table will let us know. There we go, attempt change.
Good job, Peter, on platform 1. Let's see if he gets the lift. Good lift.
And it looks like Joy Shu Allen is not going to try to take that bronze medal from Maram, but rather try to defend that fourth place position from lifters coming up next like Janessa.
And let's see if Janessa, depending on if Joy gets this or not, let's see if she also decides to switch her attempt. Joy is getting locked in. Get ready to go.
Again, patience off the floor.
Oh, that may look like a hitch.
It looks like there was some downward movement towards the top too as well. I believe she's going to get some blue cards there.
Yes.
Just kind of a little bit of everything there. Lockout, blue cards, and I think she might have also gotten lower the bar before down command, or among other things, but unfortunately that'll be a no lift.
We have Dylan Walther on platform 1, 270 second attempt. Great pull, really strong looking. He looks really happy about that. That's good. We love to see confidence. Shout out to A7 for being a wonderful gear provider. We have Tyler Burton on platform 1, getting ready to show us a 277.5 kilo deadlift for a second attempt, 611 pounds.
So we got Janessa looking to move herself from 5th place into 4th if successful with this pull.
Here at Midland University.
Will they call her on that soft lock? Looks like those shoulders were a little bit forward.
They were quite, oh.
Yeah, and they do.
Lift. Tyler Burton today with us here. Sports Mud.
Nice.
3 white lights. Wonderful to see. Thank you to everyone who was working this meet today. I know you yourself are going to go referee after this.
Yeah, I got chief referee session tomorrow. Next session. Very excited for that.
Oh boy.
We got the big boys lifting up next.
Hey, we do the 140s, the 140 plus.
And you'll be commentating, so that's gonna be a fun one.
Yes, we have Ray Bowering.
It's so exciting.
Definitely.
And so this is a very critical lift on platform 3. So if successful, this will move her into that 2nd place position. If she misses, every single one of these ladies gets bumped up a position.
Oh
so just think about that, right? You have the opportunity to land yourself a silver medal in All-American at Collegiate Nationals.
Oh.
And there was a bobble at the top. I think our referees caught that.
I think, oh, yep, up and down.
Yeah,
Shoot.
so what a heartbreak there for our Midland University team. Equipped, I mean, you just have one of your equipped lifters, top equipped lifters, 2nd place, bomb out. That is 9 points you just lost out of in the team scoring.
Just completely done. At least we have JC Barnes out here for us today for Midland University. 175. Let's see how she pulls this one off. She's ending with what she ended with at Oklahoma and Louisiana. Oh, shoot.
Did she beat that down command?
Yes, she did beat that down command. We have Miles out of East Central University, platform 1, 245 kilo ending deadlift. 540 pounds. No, did not leave the floor. That's all right. Sometimes that happens. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah. We got a victory lap here for Miss Joy Lee out of Northeastern University, 190 kilos, 562.5 kilos total, if successful with this pull.
Slow down to the bar. You can see there's pursuit. She's pulling it up. Can she lock it out?
Oh, and it just slips out of her hand.
That's all right.
But again, doesn't change anything. Joy Lee is your national champion, ending at 552.5 kilo totals, and that rounds out the women's equipped 90 kilo division with Joy Lee from Northeastern, your champion, JC Barnes out of Midland, your 2nd place finisher, and Maram from McKendree, that 3rd place after a incredible heartbreak of Kennedy Butcher bombing out on deadlifts. Wow, what a shakeup in that weight class.
That is really bad to see. We're actually getting started for deadlift on platform 2. Starting with Braden Wright, 220 kilos, 485 pounds. What a pull for a lean on platform 3. Will she get hit? Yes, she does. Hit her 995.
And so as we transition over to flight B, for platform 3, we see Aline Flores competed in the flight prior, so she has posted up a 542.5 kilo total and is forecasted in 2nd place. However, we do have 4 more ladies in that weight class competing in this flight, so she is going to have to watch her total from the stands and try to see these ladies try to break that total and almost defend it from, you have no chance of defending it. You already lifted, your meet is done. And so now these ladies have that marker on, I only have to exceed this either by body weight or by 2.5 kilos in order to beat you.
Yes, either matching the weight if they're lower in weight, Great pull from Chase on platform 1 for Friends University. 252 and a half. Does he get it? Yes, he does. 3 white lights.
Nice. And again, this flight B for our ladies on platform 3 is going to determine the champion for our 100 and 100 plus equipped division.
Starting us off with 115. Coming off easy off that
Oh,
floor.
easy.
It looked like a warm-up. Now these lifters are extensively warming up in the back. They're constantly doing either static stretches or moving around constantly. Having attempts at the bar in the back. Braden White. Platform 2. Great pull. We have Christopher for 240. University of Oklahoma. Platform 2. Great pull for Hannah on platform 3. On platform 1, we have Sean Darney's last deadlift, 272 and a half for the men, raw 110. And his belt. And Sean's from Rice University. 272 and a half is 600 pounds even. Great pull for Christopher on platform 2. Come on. What a variable grip too. You might notice a difference in grips. Hook grip, crystal grip.
Yeah, I mean, we have that double overhand hook grip where that thumb is actually wedged in between the bar and your fingers. It's more technical rather than actual grip strength. We have the standard double overhand regular grip, which honestly isn't as used, especially in powerlifting, but our most commonly used grip is likely going to be that mixed grip we see here displayed on platform 3, where, again, it allows lifters to have control and kind of counteract the bar swing in one direction. As one hand slips, it rolls into the other hand, and so it kind of just allows that lifter to maintain a very nice grip.
Definitely. What grip do you use yourself?
Double overhand hook grip.
Hook grip does unfortunately hurt your thumbs.
Quite painful. Quite painful.
I do have a switch grip. It's much preferred.
Maximiliano, opener, 260 kilos on platform 2.
Lucas on platform 1, ending with 275. Can you get it past his knees? Yes, you got it past, locking out. Liberty University, does he get it? 606. Yes, he gets it. 3 white lights. Ariana Segura on platform 3. Starting with 160. Nice and easy. Great to see from Midland University. We have Peter on platform 1. Gets his past his knees. He's nope, no lifts. That's unfortunate. Good end to the day, however. We have Jackson Irwin. Platform 2, 265 kilos. University of Texas Austin. Brew highlights, perfect. Great start to the meet. Gabriella on platform 3. McKendry. Great work. Open up that bar on platform 1. Just make sure the baby powder does not get on that bar so the lifters have an equal chance to pull it. Just a quick pull for Robert on platform 2. Let's see if he gets it. All 3 items, perfect. Dylan Mothler on platform 1. Final attempt at 287 and a half. Texas State University. 287 and a half is 633 pounds. How incredible is that? For men's 245 weight class. Oh! Slipped out of his grip. And as you know, that's gotta hurt too, slipping out of that grip.
Again, it's one of those things where you know it's not the strength that failed you, but rather the grip, right? So it's like the one thing that's again, it's a frustrating thing.
Definitely. And that knurling on your hands, the grate on the bar, it's like a tree skater. Especially if it's a sharp new bar, hurts your hands quite a lot. We have Mackay on platform 2. 267 and a half from Texas A&M. Sorry, from Tarleton State University.
So one thing to know about Mackay is he is currently in that flight A, so he is in the lower seated flight, as we know that the flight B lifters are lifters that have Colton, Chase, those lifters that are likely going to win that podium position. But Mackay is actually forecasted in 9th place right now, landing himself within the top 10. So it's going to be a case where we have lifters that are in that B flight that are going to sit outside of that top 10, top 15, and we have lifters that are potentially going to be able to swing into those top positions. So again, Mackay was one of those lifters that didn't have the highest qualifying total coming into the competition, but has made significant amounts of increases in his training and is now ending himself in that top 10. I mean, after his second attempt input, he is currently forecasted in 5th, right? So it's like, it's very, very interesting how our lifters are really going to be coming up and be within striking distance of threatening those lifters in that B group.
Definitely. It's so variable right now. It's exciting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you really are interested in this, I definitely recommend checking out the LiftingCast at liftingcast.com. You're going to go scroll down to USAPL, Collegiate Nationals, Day 4. That's where you'll find us. You can find your lifter. You can see their forecasted placement. You have Blaze Harris on platform 2. Great lift. Calvin on platform 1. Remember, he does seem to be suffering from an injury. He did great on bench press. However, it seems that he is sticking with the 75 kilos for his deadlift, and he might scratch the rest of them. Now, the lifters do have to wait for the bar is loaded command from the head referee.
Very important lift here on platform 1. Calvin, 75 kilos, gets the document, and the referee say,
Good.
2-1. But again, a token deadlift there for Calvin. He wanted to get a nice bench press attempt and does walk away with a 402. So again, he does able to walk away with the total. Makes his trip to CNATs. Again, might have been his last year. Again, maybe let's see, based off his age. Yeah, he's 21, so might be in that junior, senior age. So again, going to CNATs, celebrating it with your team, still is an experience on its own.
Definitely. We have Chris Curtis on platform 2, getting ready to give us a 287 and a half from Michigan State University. That must be a hike from Michigan all the way to Louisiana.
Our final opening attempt on platform 3.
Lane Asante. Last year she deadlifted 190, and now she's starting with 210.
Again, a 20 kilo increase. Oh, no lift there on the lockout. Might have gotten called for soft knees. But again, Lane is not having the day she has wanted. She walked away with 2 squats and 1 bench press, and after that bench press miss, that really set her back and put her out of contention for that gold medal position that she is way off from Giselle Olivares. So she is retaking that weight and is currently slotted in 5th place on the forecasted total, tied with Desaya Sanchez out of Texas A&M University in that 4th place spot. split by only body weight, and 2.5 kilos above that out of the University of Texas in Austin. We have another lifter. We have Katie, who is now in that 5'10". Again, really close forecasted placings we have.
It is so fun to see, to watch. Behind the scenes, it is a lot of crunch work going on. Lots of numbers being crunched. Great work for Jeremy on platform 2. Great opener at 302.5. Zachary Morales on platform 1 doing 240. 2-1, so still a good lift. And Braden Wright on platform 2, 255. That is a 35-kilo jump from his first attempt on platform 2. That is quite a lot of weight. That is great, though. Nice and easy, very controlled. Great white lights. William on platform 1. Starting us off with deadlift at 250 kilos, 551 pounds. Great pull. Red lights, perfect. The Fong on platform 1, 250, 551 pounds, same weight.
Nice attempt, picking up 20 kilos for Christopher on platform 2. Avery Davis retaking 160 kilos.
Midland blowing their horn. Great pull. 3 white lights, perfect. That's what we like to see. Robert on platform 2, getting ready to pull 272.5. 600 even pounds. Great pull. We paid on platform 1, pulling 252.5. 2 white lights, perfect. Jim Pickle from Davenport University, 252.5, same weight. For a lot of these larger weight classes, it is really common to see attempts made at the same weight. So that's where the body weight portion really comes into play. Whoever has the lightest body weight in that tie will win. And we'll go up the spot.
Again, keeping a nice eye on platform 2 with Mikhail. He is currently forecasted in 5th place, although we do have all of our lifters having yet to take their opening deadlift attempts in those top 10 positions. However, I mean, he's trying to put up the highest possible total before that flight after he begins.
That is wonderful to see. Jonah on platform 2, getting ready for 277.5.
And first of the two in this tough battle in the women's 100 plus, Carson Oliver and Tierney Pace currently tied with a 622.5 kilo total. Carson Oliver first to strike with that 182.5. Referees say 3 white lights.
Wonderful.
And again, Tierney Pace out of Midland University as well. Teammate versus teammate is going to have her time to answer with a 210 kilo total down the road as we get through this flight. this is exciting. I mean, imagine your training partner also being the teammate you face off at Collegiate Nationals for that gold medal.
It's so incredible to see.
What a storyline there.
No hard feelings. Wyatt on platform 1, getting ready to give us 260 for his opening attempt. And Jackson on platform 2 with a 280 second attempt. Oh, soft lockout. No lift, I don't think. Good lift, though. He got it. Lockout for Wyatt on platform 1. Good lift. Going Chong Lee, platform 1, 260 starting attempt. Milano on platform 2 with a 280 second attempt. A good 20 kilo jump from his first. Great lift.
Nice and easy for a lifter at UTSA.
We have Katie Chaffins on platform 3, 187.5 second attempt. Last year she deadlifted 190, so I assume that's where she might end up today. Maybe a little bit above. That was a great lift.
Nice.
Here's Giselle on platform 3. Giselle got first place last year. And she also deadlifted 195. I think that's where she might end up today as well.
And again, Giselle out of Midland University is already your champion, pulling away with over a 52.5 kilo lead over Aline Flores, who is already done with her competition. So again, a very easy second attempt for Giselle. Gets a 2-to-1 call there, and I'm expecting her to go over 600 kilos. Only 5 kilos left to go in order to surpass that barrier. That'll be the highest total we've seen thus far, besides the women's equipped 100 plus.
What a blessing to see today. We have Juan on platform 1, getting ready to give us 265 kilos, 584 pounds for starting deadlift. You can see all that baby powder. I can smell it right now, can you?
Yeah, just a little bit here through the warm-up room.
Theodore Johnson, 290. Standard 10 kilo jump for his second attempt from his first.
Bit of a struggle for a second attempt.
I know, that was a little sketchy. Let's see if he gets it. Good lift.
Gets 3 white lights, but a very, very difficult second attempt. So you just wonder if he's got maybe 5 more in him, 5 to 10.
Yeah. We'll see what he can do. We have Blaze Harris on platform 2. Second attempt at 295 kilos.
Angelina on 3 did a good job in securing that second deadlift, but now is trying to put it out of reach for Jalen Mack to try to sneak into that third place position. Jalen Mack up next. 197.5, good attempt there, and both ladies have plenty of more left in the tank, so it's going to be a pull for that medal position. Angelina is going to try to put it out of range for Jalen Mack.
Blaze getting ready to deadlift for us here. Platform 2, really easy second attempt. 3 whites, perfect. We have Kingston on platform 1, 247.5. Standard conventional stance. Wow. Great work.
And I'm so excited. Tarina Pace smoked 210 kilos, and she answered the call. They're both now tied again, neck and neck, 622.5 kilos. And based off of what they have inputted for their third attempt, Tarina Pace is looking to pull into the lead with attempting 500 pounds for that third attempt. Meanwhile, Carson Oliver is attempting 195, putting her 5 kilos below Tarina Pace.
Win Sunday with 210. Reattempt.
She needs this lift if she wants to continue being in contention for the top 5. Yeah, seems to have gotten this time around.
Good
Again,
lift.
gets it, but barely. Gets that one call again for a soft lockout.
Definitely. She needs to really, yeah. It's really important that athletes can get that hard lockout. Really, really.
Again, so as it stands, she is guaranteed a medal at minimum. She's in 5th place, so now it's only up from here. So she can load up whatever she wants for whatever placement she wants a gun for.
We have Chris Curtis on platform 2, 3:15 second attempt. 694 pounds. Almost a 700-pound deadlift for his second attempt. Now these deadlifts are starting to get really heavy here. We have Seth Penn on platform 1, 257.5. I have a soft lockout for platform 2. I don't know if they'll give it to him. No lift. Jeremy on platform 2, 317.5. 700 even deadlift.
All smiles for Nia Johnson, 140 kilos. Referees say 3 white lights and love the celebration.
Jeremy getting ready. There we go. Let's see if they'll give it to him. 3 whites. Perfect. That's what we like to see. Peyton lining up on platform 1, 262.5. 578. Gabby White, Raging Cajuns. 3 whites. Christopher on platform 2, getting ready for his 3rd attempt at 275. No lift. It looks like there seems to be like a misloaded bar.
Yeah, I believe there looks to be potentially one more red on that side.
That does seem to be the case. So he will probably have a reattempt. Lifting Lynn on platform 1. Jacob Pickle on platform 1, 265. Davenport University. Ariana Segura on platform 3. Attempting a 170 deadlift.
Again, looking to extend her position here in that 5th place position.
Oh, almost.
Falls back just before the down command. However, she does remain in that 5th place position, and based off of the girls remaining in that 100 plus, it doesn't look like anyone else is coming in to try to take that from her.
That is good to see. With Avery Davis, 172.5.
Her, on the other hand, looking to move from 8th to 7th. Again, just trying to score some extra points for Midland.
William on platform 1, 270, second attempt.
Was there any downward motion, kind of a bobble at the top? 3 white lights.
Perfect. Gabriella from McKenzie with 182.5. Yuan Train Lee on platform 1, 272.5. From Davenport University. 600 even total. Or for this deadlift right here. Can you just imagine 600 pounds on that bar?
Insane.
On the human body. And he pulls it up like nothing. But he does not get the lift.
Gabriela smokes that 400-pound deadlift and gets 3 white lights.
Wonderful. Who was second attempt on platform 2? Jeremy Tudor. 317 and a half, which is around 700 pounds even. And on platform 1, 275 kilos, 606 pounds. Weapon off the bar for him on platform 2. That's good.
Katie Chafins, 192.5 kilos. She's looking to move herself into 3rd place with this pull. And her lifter out of UTSA does it. Does she get it? That left hand started slipping off of her there.
No.
Oh, gets a white light from our chief referee, and we see our coach immediately running to the jury and trying to see if there is a possibility of contesting this lift and possibly an overturn.
Carson Oliver on platform 3, 195. Just get ready to get lined up. Great pull from her. She did get the down command.
And lo and behold, Katie Chafins' 3rd deadlift has been overturned by the jury, and she is now your 3rd place bronze medalist in the women's equipped 100 kilo division. So now that wraps up that division. Very exciting stuff we just saw there. I mean, what a turn of events. So that was very exciting to see. I mean, a pull for 3rd, getting called a no lift, and then that jury overturn. What a good sight to see.
Crazy to see. We have Giselle on platform 3.
A victory lap for your champion, Giselle. We're going to go into the 600 kilo Terry, 605 on the total. Giselle Olivares, 197.5, gets a down command, and our referees.
Good work. That is wonderful to see. She got a 600 total at Oklahoma last year, so that's a 5 kilo PR for her for here today.
And she only got 1 squat, so you could just imagine the amount of progress she's made since that time, right? Being able to PR off of not the best performance you've had. Took a swing at that American record at 163, didn't quite get it, but again, she does have that sort of chip on her shoulder. She does have that 605 national champion, and again, she might have maybe 1 year of possible eligibility left, so we'll see how that goes. Angelina, 202.5 kilos. Good lift.
We have Bryce Lesser on platform 1 with 260. Now he is from the University of Central Florida. I've been off the bar for him, get rid of some of the excess baby powder. Get ready to go. 260, which is 573 pounds.
That pull by Angelina on platform 3 put Jalen out of reach for trying to pull for that 3rd place finish, so she is just looking to extend her position in that 4th place. This will move her total from a 572.5 to a 585. And Jalen Mack, after a near bomb out on squat, to now finishing 6 for 6, 3 for 3 in bench press, and 3 for 3 in the deadlift. What a way to come back.
Yeah, that is wonderful to see. We have Elena Sante on platform 3. Now, she got second last year.
And might have we spoken a little too soon on the women's 100. We have Lane Asante going for broke here, trying to break an American record. 220.5 is loaded on the bar. We got chips on the bar. She's trying to push Katie Chaffins out of the podium and move her into 4th. This is a pull from 5th to 3rd. Trying to win that bronze medal.
Last year she deadlifted 190, so this is a crazy increase.
I mean, talk about a 30-kilo increase on your deadlift in just a year.
That is insane to see.
People wish they did that to their totals in a year.
Definitely. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, can she hold it? Oh,
no. And the record just slips out of her hand. Unfortunately, that'll be a no lift. However, she does walk away with a medal, sitting in 5th place for Northeastern University. But the fun doesn't stop here on platform 3. We got one more pole. We got Terrenia Pace looking to move herself from 2nd to 1st place. Again, she's been battling her teammate Karsten Oliver this entire session. And now she has the opportunity to move herself into that gold medal spot.
Let's hear her pull this.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
And have you seen a 3rd deadlift as easy as that? The referees say 3 white lights, and like that, your national champion, 9 for 9 day, a 637.5 kilo total. That is an insane total. For our ladies in the 100+ division there. And so that wraps up all of the women's lifting thus far.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If you want to go ahead and talk about the placings here in for all of our women that competed this morning session.
Absolutely. Okay, for the 90s women in collegiate equipped, we have Joy Lee for 1st place with a total of 552.5 kilos. That is insane. We have, for 2nd place, we have JC Barnes out of Midland with a 480 total. We have Miriam out of McKendree for 3rd with 467.5 total. We have Joy for Northeastern, 4th place with 460 total. And we have Janessa from Midland with a 5th place, 452.5 total.
You see that overlay here that shows the women's equipped 90 division. And then moving on, we got our next weight class. We got the women's equipped 100 kilo division. What do we have here?
Women's equipped division, 100 kilos. We have Giselle Oliveras from Midland University. She gets 1st place with 605 kilo total. We have Aline Flores from Texas A&M, 2nd place with 542.5. We have Katie Chaffins from the University of Texas, 3rd place, 525 kilo total. Dazea Sanchez, Texas A&M University, 4th place with 522.5. That is really close to the 525.
Yeah, and then very tight battle.
For 5th place, Elaine Asante from Northeastern, 5th place with 517.5. Great work for us today.
And then over in the women's equipped 110+ kilo division,
for women's equipped 100+, we have Tyranny Pace, 1st place with 637.5. And we have Oliver Carson, Midland University for 2nd, 635. Really close to that 1st place. Angelina Cazelda, Midland University for 3rd, 592.5. Jocelyn Mack from Northeastern, 4th place, 585. And Ariana Segura, Midland University for 5th place, 560 total.
Now we move over to the women's raw division. We have Aaliyah Henry with a 547.5 kilo total in that 2nd place with a tight battle, 527.5 kilo in Annette Douglas. And then Taya Badger rounding out that 3rd place with a 485 kilo total out of Concordia University. Hannah Alexander in 4th with a 475, and a tight race there with Evelyn Edinburgh with a 467.5 kilo total.
That was crazy.
And then just rounding out that final division in the women's side, we have women's raw 100 kilo division. We had Elizabeth Cleveland with a 527.5 kilo total. We have Taylor Smith with a 497.5. Takia Russell with a 492.5. Battle all the way to the very end. Lauren Mino with a 475. And then just 2.5 kilos below that, Carly Reese with a 472.5 kilo total.
We love to see that.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes all of the women's lifting here for the 2026 Collegiate National Championship here in New Orleans, Louisiana. We are very excited to be your commentators for this session. My name is Kevin Serrano, and I was joined by
Nevaeh.
And we will see you all for awards and session 2 later today.
Thank you so much.